about women tonight. Going to steal your clout. Going to steal your clout. I'm going to milk you tonight. Milk you for those laws. I'm going to milk you tonight. Going to steal those laws. Run all the way to the bank with your clout tonight. Going to milk your clout. Run to the bank tonight. Going to steal your clout, milk you like a cow. Going to steal your clout, going to milk you like a cow, milk you like a cow. Steal your clout tonight, don't care about women and wine. Going to milk you tonight, steal your clout tonight. Going to milk you tonight, steal your clout tonight. Milk you tonight. I'm going to milk you tonight, milk you like a cow. Milk those laws for fun, steal your clout tonight. Chasing the clout tonight, chasing your clout. Steal your clout tonight, milk you like a cow, milk you like a cow, milk you like a cow, milk you like a cow. Milk you like a cow, milk you like a cow, milk you. I'm going to milk you like a cow, milk you. Milk you like a cow, milk you like a cow, milk you. Milk you. Going to milk you tonight, going to milk you tonight. Cloud chasing, cloud chasing. Milk you like a cow, milk you like a cow. Cloud chasing, milk you like a cow. Going to milk you like milk you. Milk you, milk you like a cow. Going to steal your clout. Milk you like a cow. Going to steal your clout. Milk you like a cow. Steal your clout tonight. Don't care about women and wine. Going to steal your clout. Don't care about women tonight. Going to steal your clout. Going to steal your clout. Oh yeah, going to steal your clout. Going to steal your clout. Going to steal your clout. Don't care about women and wine. Going to steal your clout. Going to steal your clout. Don't care about women tonight. Don't care about clout tonight. Don't care about queens tonight. All I care about is clout tonight. Hello everyone and welcome back to Local Clout Chasers. Woo! This is episode 2. This episode is gonna be probably one of the craziest ones that we have done. And that's saying something because this is only the second episode in. And I want to go ahead and greet with my lovely co-host, RJ from Game News USA. Say hello to everyone.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's have a good episode today, but
This one,
it's
this
gonna be
is
a little heavy subject, though.
this. Oh boy, where do we even begin with this one? Where do we even begin?
You want me to give a synopsis here?
You go ahead and give us a synopsis.
All right. So the other day we had Becky come on, and she accused Richie Dubs of sexual assault, drugging her up and screwing her on New Year's. And keep in mind, Richie Dubs is the guy that he was a member on Lolcow Live, and They hooked her up with him on a date. They started having a real relationship. Eventually, cops were called like a week later, but it was actually over a fight over a Wendy's bag. So it had nothing to do with that. And we're going to have to go through these claims and figure out, what we think is true, not true. We're not a court of law. This is a public opinion, the court of public opinion. We're going to try to use logic and reason to get through this. And we're also going to roast some ridiculous moments that occurred along the way.
Oh, I can tell this is going to be one hell of a story. And in case you're wondering, yes, I am eating my lunch while I am participating in this because I want to see if I can hold my stomach while I watch these horrible fucking clips.
Only a true lolcow will eat on screen.
Look, I'm hungry, damn it.
Suffa, bitch, suffa.
Oh, you can fuck all the way off. You and your fucking tip-off! So,
yo, Andy Worski, you got some Coke over there?
Oh, you can fuck off with that one. Fuck all the way off with that one. All the way. You know what? That's it. That's it. You're fired. You're fired. Gotta get that Coke clap in. But I think we've probably been delaying it too long. Let's go ahead and start this first one up.
Yep.
I'm already not looking. Oh boy. Before I start this clip, look at their faces.
They're taking it so serious, like it's a solemn occasion, but we're going to announce it on an entertaining TV show.
Yeah, to do you one better, freaking look at Boogie. It looks like he fell asleep in his chair. And Keemstar looks like he's mad at his girlfriend and is yelling at her because he didn't cook him his favorite steak.
When Priscilla actually died, who was a member of the lolcow community, they actually did like a funeral ceremony that looked like a fucking joke.
Wow.
And this is somebody that died. So they are not opposed to taking on serious subjects and making a complete mockery out of it, whether they intended to or not.
That is a whole nother level of disrespect. Let's go ahead and start this clip. No, I don't want you starting up. There you go. Let's go ahead and start this clip up.
But I guess let's just jump into this. Becky and Richie have broken up, and things have gotten so crazy that it resulted in R-word allegations. And we will be talking about it, and I'll give you... Look, there's a lot I got to say about this, but it's also, Thank you, Maja, for the 10 gifted. We appreciate it.
Pause it real quick. I like how you paused, chewed on his gum, and then finally said something. Finally, allegedly finished his sentence. I don't know if he really did. But look at Boogie. Look at Boogie. Look at his face. He looks so defeated. He looks like he looks like the day he did when he got busted for faking his cancer. Am I wrong?
I was going to say, they stopped, talking about the allegations to shout out, hey, 10 gifted subs. Who's the guy that's looking at the start of this stream and is like, you know what? I'm going to gift 10 memberships. Where's that guy? We need him here.
Oh, dude, I would appreciate that if we started getting donations like that. That would be freaking awesome. Hey, this guy's giving us $50 to rag on a woman that allegedly got raped. Where's this moral compass that
Keemstar keeps talking about? Because he says he has one, but I can't seem to find it.
Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Let's watch more of the clip and let's see what he has to say first.
True.
And then this whole thing has caused the Discord to go to war with me, and it's all my fault. And let's just get into it. Because this is not a good time for me at all. This is not fun for me. I take shit like this serious. I've run Drumlet for a decade. And let's just get into it.
Richie, well, you got to go up.
So Lolcow Queens literally started off with why am I fucking lagging or something? What is this? Lolcow Queens started off with Becky full on crying and upset because this
Jazz super chatted $20. Discord link doesn't work from community post. Says it's expired.
Oh. Okay, well, we will get that fixed. Maybe a moderator could fix that. But this all started. Keemus Bill Cosby. Can you guys not joke right now?
Oh no!
Ooh.
No! That's not okay.
Ooh! That made me wince. Ooh!
Keemus Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that. Ooh! Oh, my ribs.
Why does that feel like that hit a little bit?
Yeah, because of bullshit I'm dealing with as well. A very similar allegations, which is what's worse. Fuck. Oh. God, that made me wince.
By the way, I do apologize for every $20 donation they get. It's going to interrupt them. And so that part will be annoying. I didn't feel like cutting any of that out, so it's in there. We wanted to present the evidence unaltered.
Because otherwise they could easily go, well, see, look, they altered the evidence. They altered what we said. No, we're gonna show it exactly how it was on your live stream. So that way you.
And by the way, this is not a shit on Keemstar Fest necessarily, or even a shit on Becky Fest or a shit on Book Fest. There might be things they say I agree with. There may be things that, or this is not just defend Richie Fest either. There's things he did I don't agree with either that we'll see later on. We're just going to react to this in live time, and we're just going to give our thoughts about what we think's happening. So far, this is a disaster stream, though.
Oh, yeah. This is like, oh, I'm lagging. Boom, there's $20. It misstarts the video. It's like, what the fuck, man?
If you watch Lolcow live for any longer than 5 minutes, they're not set up right. Oh, we got technical issues, or the docket team. It's the same things all the time. So I mean, that's pretty common.
Yeah, it gets to the point, like, because the docket team we have here works their fucking ass off. And I know they do.
The Lolcows, they want to see heat and pressure being put on Boogie and Wings, and those days are done now. Now we're gonna just talk about this is Queen's pre-wind.
Yeah, it's pretty much so. It's turned into drama alert if it was ran by Lolcows.
Yeah, and it's like the Queen's pre-show now, almost.
Which is honestly kind of sad in my opinion. Makes the show suck. Well, I suppose we should continue.
What?
Don't even make that comparison.
That's fucking insane.
Online yesterday and play victim on the Discord and have everyone coddle you while I get to come online and make the money who made the money for both of us, okay? And have everyone tear me down. You got to have comfort and support of your friends. This is where I work. This is what I do. What do I have?
You paid him to fuck you, Becky?
God, that's intense.
Wow. You go first. Holy shit. All right. Now I've finished swallowing my food and I'm not gonna choke because I wasn't expecting that. Tina, I love you, but that was the most insensitive fucking thing I've ever heard anyone ever say. And this is from someone who literally was told that it was great that my father died of a heart disease. And I find what you just said more insensible. Like, holy shit.
I love it. I think that there's no one that's going to push back on Becky. At least Tina's around. Like, bare minimum, we got somebody. You know what I mean? Because the whole time, or else she's just going to be coddled. And, you know, I don't know. Tina doesn't know the rest of the story yet. See, at this point in the clip, Becky hasn't said anything about the allegations. So she's just making fun of, she's ribbing her for a breakup in general. She doesn't know at this point what Becky's about to say. Does that change your view?
A little.
Yeah, this is all that Lolcow Queens is the two of them bitching at each other. The show went downhill ever since they fired Grace and Lynx.
Amen.
They got fired with a lot less shit going on than what Becky's about to say.
And not to mention, they didn't lie about cancer either.
Yeah, true.
That will forever fucking haunt Boogie. Forever will haunt him.
He's made more money since he lied about cancer. That's the truth.
That's the sad part about that. Actually, he's made more money because he lied about the cancer. Makes you kind of want to fake getting cancer, doesn't it? If you think about it. It's like, you sit there, I know I'm going on a tangent, but just real quick, I want to talk about that. It's like, it makes you kind of sit there and go, if I fake cancer, would I make as much as what he does? I know that's going to get clipped out of context and get posted. And I can't wait for my detractors to run around with a video going, see, he's faking cancer.
I'll sell y'all the clip, $35 a piece.
Oh, fuck off. Hey, I want 15. I want 15, motherfucker.
Then you better start saying some more shit that's crazy. $100 for something racist. $100.
Oh, God. Do I really want to bury myself like that? What's bad is that's tempting. All right, let's continue. Let's continue this video. This is good.
$1.
Chipmunks with
Oh God! Look at the comments.
Chipmunks.
80 cents.
Bring in RTU. Oh no, real quick. There's a comment right there from a member saying, "Bring in RTU." Oh, you know it. You know your show sucks.
She's hate watched.
Oh, you know it's bad when RTU apparently is more entertaining. Oh God.
You ready for something crazy? I was gonna save it for later, but I'll say it now. RTU was right about Becky.
Oh.
RTU's right about Becky.
Oh.
Broken clock's right twice a day.
Oh no. Well, don't tell me what he's right about. But whatever he's right about is gonna be fucking crazy. It's gotta be crazy.
Keep in mind, that was his dream girl since 2008, so they kind of deserve each other.
Oh, they do. Absolutely. And we take a look. Oh wow, we got 5 concurrent viewers so far. I appreciate everyone that's come out to the live stream to watch. Well, let's continue on with this fucking madness. Just absolute madness.
About him publicly, I spoke as highly of him as I could, and the first thing he did is throw me under the bus, and I just fucking hate it. And now I have to deal with him. I have to deal with RTU on here. I can only take so much.
Okay. So I know everyone thinks Becky's a script, and
oh my God. Now, my question, why just that? I feel like that cut the context for why she made those statements.
It does a little bit. He'll play more clips though. He'll play a little bit more to give some more context.
Well, I suppose we should continue then, so we can continue getting more context. This is getting fucking crazy.
And all that, and clearly, even I think she hams it up, right, for that show.
Oh, great!
That
He's
was
even
very much
insulting
real
her now.
and
That's
real
fantastic.
thoughts. She felt betrayed by Richie because they broke up, and here's Richie dogging her. And she, in her eyes, she wanted a nice, clean breakup.
Let's talk about that for a second.
I'm assuming.
So, Richie dogging her after the breakup. Yeah, couples do that sometimes. And this is sort of the lead up into the allegations that Becky makes. I've seen it. I've heard it before from different females, not towards me, but towards other people. When there's a breakup that happens, sometimes all of a sudden they do claim rape or sexual assault or, something to get back at the guy. You know what I mean? You ever seen one of those situations?
Actually, to be dead honest, I was in one of them. Well, I take some of the comments these detractors have made about me very seriously, because my ex did that to me.
She was mad.
Oh, fucking total psychopath, and her family hated her and abused her into believing that I was trying to destroy her life. She went out of her way to attack my mom verbally, not physically, verbally. She called the police on me multiple times, and I never knew anything about it until I started getting phone calls when I was working.
Well, we'll see if by the end of this you'll think Becky's one of those crazy chicks. You could already tell.
I always thought something was off about her, but something tells me that my gut instinct was correct, and that she might actually be a psychopath.
Right.
Actually, I don't know if that's in her eyes. I'm
Hunter
just assuming
super
that.
chatted $19.99. Hopefully Wings is realizing that although yes, this community can be savage, it's just a bunch of bros ripping on each other because that's what bros do. It's all love. Happy he's doing so well now. Keen, you're a true friend.
Thank you. I appreciate
If that's love, I don't want no hate.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing about that. Like, me and my brothers will rib each other all the time, but we don't go so far to fucking ruin people's lives and dox their personal information, call them pedophiles and sexual predators and all kinds of horrendous things like that. Because that's not love. I'm sorry, but that's not love. You're not showing love. In my opinion, that's nothing short of hatred.
Right.
So if that's your definition of love, I do not want to be your fucking friend. Nope. I don't need to be your fucking friend. Because clearly you're insane. And someone let you out of that mental ward, and we need to put you right back in. Am I wrong?
No.
I kind of feel like I'm on the... I had to get that soundbite in somewhere. Let's continue.
Sort it into this.
You already knew I'm the heel of the show and people already hate me, and you used that to your advantage on Discord when you ran in there playing the victim, acting.
Real quick, she kind of looks like a football player right now. With the way she got the makeup smeared.
Let me explain what happened here. So this stream right there, the clip that he's showing, it's part of a stream that Queens did where the title was "The Queens Go to War." The idea was going to be Queens is going to war with Rewind, but she hijacked the show at the beginning to tell her allegation against Richie Dubs, which is why I feel like Keemstar wasn't actually behind the allegations, or was it like part of the script? Because she just did it herself ad lib. The problem is she stayed in character while she gave the allegations out, because this was not how Becky acted when she first got on LOLCal back when she was interviewed. She was somewhat normal. This is her in her character saying this stuff. This would be like watching a wrestling event, and then let's say Sable comes out and starts making some kind of accusations against blah blah blah, and you don't know whether or not to take it seriously because this is on air, and while the person's supposed to still be in character and acting like they're in character. And that's why so many people are confused whether or not this is part of the script.
Yeah, like an example we could use is WWE real quick ran a feud against Kane, the unmasked Kane, versus Triple H for the World Heavyweight title, right?
Yeah.
And they decided that it would be a smart idea to have Triple H accuse Kane of getting in a drunk car accident, murdering his girlfriend, and then Triple H proceeded to fake raping a doll to describe what Kane did to her. True.
I remember that, the Katie Vick incident.
Yep. And it's like you just know the only person that was enjoying it was fucking Vince McMahon, because that's the only psychopath who could come up with that fucking storyline.
Well, I don't want to derail the clip too much, but to quickly overview what LOLCal Lives turned into, it used to be they were trying a podcast where they bring on LOLCals, and then at some point it transitioned to we just do live shows only, and then it was stunts, and then now it's transitioned to we're covering drama news like it's Drama Alert Live or something. And then the second part of the show is more like we're scripting drama, and we're going sort of Jerry Springer-esque, WWE-esque on things, at bending like reality a little bit. But that's the problem when you're on one of these shows and then you make these statements as if it's part of the show. People will think it is part of the show.
And those who are not familiar with the show, if you're intending it to be a storyline, which is, again, fucked up, if you're intending it to be a storyline, will think you're selling the real thing, that you legitimately got sexually assaulted. And now these people think he's a freaking rapist, and they're going to demand that he gets thrown underneath the jail.
Right.
Fucking unbelievable. Let's continue, though. Let's continue playing this clip, and let's see what he says, because I'm sure he's got some great commentary, because his commentary already makes me feel like killing myself. So let's see if he can continue the streak.
You and your fucking cat weren't safe when I was the one who had to call the cops to get you removed from my house yesterday because you couldn't fucking control yourself.
So then we find out cops have been called on Richie. And again, I know you guys all think that show's fake and Becky's lying and it's her script or whatever the fuck it is, but she really did call the cops on him. And there is a police report, and both Becky and Richie have confirmed to me that there is a police report and cops were called on him. So that is real.
Wow.
What? You called the cops and had to get that motherfucker removed? Becky, what did you do to him?
Wow. Fuck, Tina.
This is still prior to what she knows about the allegations. Tina learns it on air just like the rest of us.
Well, see,
It's fucked up. She could have told her behind the scenes.
oh, the even better part is, what do you mean, what did she do to him? Look, I'm not
It
saying...
should be the other way. What did he do to you?
See, look, I'm not saying women can't abuse men. That is very fucking possible. Actually, it's more common than what's been reported, and the same goes for men with women, and women on women and men on men violence. It's not reported as much as it should be reported. But that would not have been my first question. Again,
Hey, all Becky had to do was sit on Richie.
Wow.
Hey, Gibbs, it's all right. It's all right. I know you would want to wear Becky as a mustache. It's
Fuck
cool.
no. Fuck no. The only one I would wear a
Are we
mustache.
sure about that, brother?
Yeah,
Are
I'm
we sure about
fucking
that, brother?
confident about that. Fucking confident about that. It would be Grace or Lynx. I would take Lynx. Make
Same
Eli
time,
Joe's. Oh, fuck yeah! At the same time, you kidding me? There's plenty of me to go around, and that's gonna get me killed too.
Oh, your detractor's gonna love this. They'll call you a sexual predator.
Oh yeah, they're gonna fucking run wild with this one. I know it. I can't wait for RTU to be like, put up a stream of me and be like, see, look, he admitted to the fact he's a sexual predator. He wants to have sex with 2 big live streaming YouTubers for clout.
He admitted he's a sexual predator. He's straight and wants to have sex with
Women.
God.
With 2 women at the same time who are big live streamers.
We got an Andrew Tate motherfucker over here.
Oh my god, he's gonna start selling red pill classes next. Oh. Oh, that's hilarious. Let's continue.
Yeah, let's play the clip because I'm tired of looking at Becky's cleavage.
I don't know.
Felt like a fat fucking whale.
I don't know. I don't mind the cleavage.
Thing. All I did was ask him to not open a fucking bag of Wendy's on stream while my camera was on. And this sounds so stupid.
I'm fighting over a burger with mayonnaise.
Okay, Tina didn't help herself by making that statement. Tina did not help.
So Becky called the cops for him opening up a bag of Wendy's a week after the rape, but didn't call the cops when he supposedly raped her. Make that make sense.
Oh. What the fuck? Oh.
Rape. Let's not report it. Rape. Let's not report it. Let's not go to the cops over that. Let's not call the police for that. But we're gonna call over a bag of fucking
Wendy's.
Bruh.
Just
Bruh.
What
unbelievable.
did he do wrong? He opened up a bag of Wendy's I asked him to get me. What the fuck do you think he did? Yeah, he raped me last week, but we gotta call over Wendy's.
Yeah, fuck
That's Becky right there. It's this song right here.
around, fuck around, I fuck around. Yeah, fuck.
And she needs
There's
to.
your logic gap number 1 in this story.
That's one. Okay, that's logic gap number 1. Audience members, keep account. Keep account of that. That was
Strike 1 on the logic gap. You get 3 strikes, you're out.
Now-
The story's illogical.
Bruh. Bruh.
just
Bruh.
unbelievable. Let's continue.
Okay, so there's that.
The face they posted on. The face they posted on. with fucking Becky. With Becky looking like this. And Tina's like, fucking Tina. Holy fuck. I know I shouldn't be laughing about allegations that are serious like this, but you can't help it. No wonder why RTU had a fucking field day with this. Because I saw it on his Twitter. He was having a fucking field day. No wonder why. Holy shit. I would too.
Speaking of RTU, she said he was verbally abusive or emotionally abusive, and even I, as an RTU hater, was like, get over yourself, bitch.
All he did was say you run around acting like a what was it? Slut, I think was it. I think
Who cares?
it's like he insulted you. So what? Like that don't matter.
That'll be the last. That's gonna be the last I defend RTU the rest of this episode or bring him up. Roll the clip.
Yeah, let's continue because this is a long ass fucking clip. This is a long ass fucking one.
And then
Give it 2 or 3 good minutes here.
Becky released that she called the cops on Richie again, which she did. Okay. Richie then leaked a video from Becky's house into the Discord. And it's a video in her house, like showing her house, how it's like messy or whatever. And so I've had to ban multiple people from posting this video in the Discord. And I told Richie that if he posts that again, he will be banned, because that's an insane fucking invasion of someone's privacy. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
It's just like, no, dude, if you were like in my house and secretly recording things in my house, like, dude, you are my #1 enemy now. Like, I would want the worst things on this planet to happen to you. Like, that is such an invasion of someone's privacy. And this wasn't a video where they were like doing it together. This was like literally he's sneaking around, filming inside of her house and then airing it to our fucking Discord. And so right then and there, I should have banned Richie, but I didn't, because I was just like, I'm going to tell him not to do that again, right? This is so fucked up and wrong. It's too late now. Everybody has this fucking video. And allegedly, even Becky is going to be reacting to this video or something. And actually, she did a little bit of a reaction to it on yesterday's stream. But go ahead, Boogie.
I wanted to say one thing about that video. And since she's going to show it publicly anyway, she has a chair in her shower. A lot of people have made fun of her for having a dirty house, but I don't have a shower.
Hold on, we'll hang up there for a second. So this video or whatever, she was going to play it in the clip. She was going to show it on stream after this stream happened, and she like showed like 1 second of it, and it never showed the rest of it anyway. So Boogie's out here just explaining all the bullshit that's in it, and she never actually shows much of the video at all.
Someone that I'm friends with from the June the King server actually sent me that video. I watched it. Yeah, her house is a mess. So what?
I never saw the video myself, and we won't play it here for privacy reasons. But it was fucking, the way they described it, it was fucking horrible. She obviously makes fun of.
I'll put it this way: she has like bags of old clothes that she's sorting out, and she's got boxes of stuff that she's throwing away, and a couple of bags of garbage that she was getting ready to take out. And she had an old bed that got stained up from the years of the cats that she had. That was in her guest bedroom.
You think her mess wasn't as bad as they made it out to be?
It looks like a hoarder who's like clearing, like saw the light and clearing her stuff out. That's exactly what it looked like.
Okay.
It was nowhere. It was nowhere near as bad as what I have seen. I've seen worse.
But I think, because I do think Richie Dubs didn't actually rape her, I do think the worst thing that he did do was that and post it online. That was up.
Yeah, I agree with Keemstar and Boogie on that one. Holy shit, I didn't think I would agree with them on anything. But I agree with them. That's a fucking invasion of privacy. And I agree with Keemstar. I would want to whoop your ass if you filmed my house behind my back and then posted it like that. Because that's my privacy.
So far we're with Keem and Boogie about what's happening so far. Just to, be honest with the audience. So far with what they're doing.
Yeah, so far as it stands, at least I'm not sure exactly how you feel, but as far as I feel, I personally believe, that Boogie and Keemstar have been telling the story as it was when they were live streaming about it. And I agree with their opinions. However, Tina's still a dick. You had to call a man for a bag of Wendy's?
Oh, man.
Oh, God. That's fucked up. Let's continue.
Like, I'm in a lot of back pain. I have a lot of pain issues. I don't need to sit down to shower. If this woman has to sit down to shower, she's probably really struggling with some real health issues. And I think if your house is dirty because you have trouble standing up, you have trouble walking, you have trouble moving, I don't think that's that bad of a thing.
Oh my God, thank you, baby. Can you take your little dog with you? Yes. Thank you. I don't like that shit. And I don't think there's a single person here watching this show that would like a video on the fucking internet
of their house.
Someone just in your house filming your house. Like, that is so fucking wrong on so many fucking levels. That really, really fucking pissed me off. So while I'm sitting there trying to figure out best path forward, right? Because also there's multiple things going on. One, I ban Richie, and then people start running all these fucking narratives that I'm protecting Becky and I'm fucking doing all this shit, which, again, there's multiple lies being said about me and me being thrown into this stuff all the time, right? I'm not a self-centered prick where I just want to talk about me. Everybody
stop right there.
I was hoping you would let me stop right there. You go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, when it comes to... this is the part where Keemstar's like, we're doing damage control. He's being defensive. You know, you could tell he's struggling with his decisions. He's looking for approval. You're going to start to see all that now. But, you know, he constantly has to remind the audience, look, guys, I swear I'm self-centered. I swear I have morals. I swear this. And it's like, if you got to keep saying it over and over again to try to convince people, I feel less convinced.
Like, the thing is, like, what was it? It's like, I've seen videos where people talk about how they do all this charity work and this and that and the other. And I say, well, here's the thing. You do this charity work, that's cool and all, but why are you bragging about it? Like, people like Markiplier don't brag about it, and he's got how many fucking subscribers? Mr. Beast doesn't really brag about the charity work he allegedly did, but he doesn't brag about it. So why are you bragging about it?
Why is Keemstar in so many scandals, not paying people properly or having like these issues with people he fires all the time? We don't hear this from a whole bunch of other YouTubers constantly. With Keemstar, it's like an everyday occurrence almost. And it's like, obviously at some point you need to realize you're doing something wrong. Like, yes, you're a millionaire, but for you to always get all this bad press all the time, how you treat people, something's wrong with you, man. Your morals aren't as strong as you claim to be.
Well, I can even put it like this way. What was it? The only other YouTuber that I really know that has gotten this level of bad fucking press about people they've worked with and hired is RTU. That's
only one guy. But imagine if RTU had a J situation pop up 6, 7, 8 times a year.
Yeah. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that was, well, to be fair, the other the other editor he had before he brought on Within the Ashes, and they're a piece of trash as well. The other editor, who is a very nice person, they go by the best in the world, they got skimmed on their paychecks as well and then got fired because their clips weren't, quote, making enough money.
Yeah, I mean, I just think if you have enough money that you're gonna pay people, you say you're gonna pay people to do things, then even if you're gonna fire them or cut ties or change your mind, just a simple rule of thumb, this goes for everybody, pay them out what you owe them, and then they won't be a thorn in your side later. Like, just because you maybe could get away with not paying them out, or you think you can, doesn't mean you should. Just pay people out. It's that simple. Like, you contracted someone for the month. If at the end of the month you're not satisfied and you want them gone, pay them out. Pay them out the end of the month, and that's it.
Yeah, and just cut ties.
Yep. It shouldn't be that difficult, but apparently it is.
And if you have to delay the payment no more than 7 days, because otherwise that comes off like you're stalling to pay. And I've been in that situation where the person who owed me money that turned around and made a hit piece on me waited almost 3 weeks after the 2 weeks of him firing me when he still owed me money.
Can you hit the clap for the hit piece on you?
Oh, yeah. Because that was the worst fucking hit piece I've ever seen next to the... I'm not going to spoil the next episode of Epic or Trash. I'm not going to spoil it. I'm going to leave that...
Continue the clip.
I'm going to leave that a secret.
We're going to talk about tonight have dragged me in it and made conspiracies about me and lies about me that I'm doing this because of this. And we're gonna fucking get into it because I'm so sick of this shit. So I didn't even have time to properly think about this video getting leaked and what I wanted to do with it because it was God, this pisses me off. Richie really fucked up by doing that. That was disgusting.
Now Boogie's on his phone. Oh, he got a phone call. Oh shit. I'm just gonna let you know for the record, if you put your hand on your microphone, that doesn't mute it. That doesn't mute it. You'll still pick up.
Yep.
What he should have done was hitting the mute button on Discord. That would have cut the signal. That's what he should have done. So, just for future reference, I'm gonna go full screen real quick.
Here's the other thing.
I'll pause that. If you ever get like a phone call or to the audience members, if you ever get a phone call like that and you say you're streaming, just hit the mute button and back away from the microphone. And then when you're done, click on hitting the mute button and you're good to go. That's what you should do. So now with that being said, let us continue.
Richie's not even banned, but other people that reposted it are banned. Like, that ain't even right.
Tina's wild. Tina's wild. She's like, Michael filmed the inside of my house without my permission. I'm like, take it over, Michael.
Oh my God, Tina.
I said skip it forward a minute or two. Let's get to the meeting.
I was kind of enjoying that.
Fucking you and Michael issue. Yeah. Not now, Tina.
Let's see. Okay, so let's get to the...
I'm going to get to it.
So we're going to get to the next clip because this, see right there, that comment is perfect. Doxing is never right. Amen.
No.
So now let's go ahead. I'm going to skip past this because I don't give a shit about what they have to say. I want to hear what Becky has to say.
You're idiot mooching off them. Richie, get your fucking teeth fixed or grow a beard so nobody has to see that shit again. Nobody wants to kiss your gummy mouth.
Oh, you were talking about how great of a man he was.
Yeah, because I'm nice outwards about my relationships. No matter how shit
Tina just told the truth.
I keep shit.
Yeah. She was fucking bragging about him for weeks.
Yep.
Talking about how he's 10 times the man that RTU ever was. And now he's the bad guy?
Well, it's funny because this happens with both of them. A lot of relationships, when you break up or whatever, you start trashing each other. It's like, well, you dated each other. Hello?
It's like when my ex, when people ask me about it, I just tell them, look, we were toxic to each other. We had a bad relationship. I regret what happened, and I'm moving on with my life. Only the very...
Bring her on for episode 3?
Oh, God, no. I don't feel like dealing with the police again. I don't.
Is there any chance?
Not a chance in hell. She's in college at the moment, to my knowledge, anyhow.
Do you have a way to contact her?
No.
we ain't getting the interview, are we?
Well, you can try to go find her, but like I told you, it will not end well for me.
No, we good. All right, let's keep going.
Behind closed doors, believe it or not.
Bro, are you kidding me? We just got a dono from Alien Abduction that said you filmed all of Tina's house. Double standards with Becky. Okay, this is what I'm talking about involving me.
Elliot, I'm sorry, but that name was great. Alien Abduction.
Yeah.
And it reminded me when I used to work at Six Flags, and I worked at an attraction called Alien Abduction. Funny enough, that's actually how I met my ex. Oh, so that's how that ties in for me. Let's continue.
I'm not involved in. Okay.
Exactly.
I was not at Tina's house. I wasn't there.
Retro super
Okay.
chatted $20.
Oh, here we go.
It was a clear mistake by Richie, but her insane allegations after he did that is 10x worse. This whole thing has no good ending. I feel bad for Keen.
We're gonna get to it, but that dono right there is a. Oh, we got another dono. Bear with me.
iHockey011 super chatted $19.99. Man, nothing wrong with a shower chair. I'm 24, have an extremely rare muscular disease, and I need to sit to take a shower. No shame on that weirdo for him to film that like it's an L for her.
Amen.
I agree with that. That's so fucking wrong and intrusive and fuck. So,
Yeah.
But
Look,
that last
the whole
donor,
thing with film.
pause for a sec. That last donor who said that the allegations, if not true, is 10 times worse. It's really 100 times worse or 1,000 times worse than anything Richie did if Becky's telling a lie. And you're going to see, we're going to have some illogical fallacies coming up.
Very fucking shortly. But if you don't mind, I'm going to take a quick piss break. If you want to go ahead and
Just play the clip while you're gone.
yeah, if you want to go ahead and continue
Tina's
filling in
house.
the audience.
I'm not involved in it, right? Do I own, Queens with Mike? Yes. I was not in charge. Like, obviously, Mike is filming all that, right? If Tina has a real gripe, take it up with Mike, okay? That's not, like, this is what I'm saying, dude. All these things happen that I'm not involved in, and everyone says it's my fault. And it's like, guys, how can I get anything
You run the
done
shows
to provide content and provide a great product for our members, our paid members, our viewers? How
You're
can
not
I do
listening to your
anything if I'm
audience. You need to be
constantly being
firing
thrown
Becky.
into, oh, you did this and you did that, and guys, you got to stop. I'm actually not involved in this shit at all. Anyway.
What, can't handle criticism, Keem?
But he decided to open the door. Here you fucking go, Richie!
Keem, get your ass in here!
Chatted
You caused
$20.
it!
I can't blame Richie for having
Vengeful woman.
Keem, get your ass in here. You
Vengeful woman.
Bro, what the fuck? This is what I'm saying, dude. Can you guys?
Tina was wrong for saying Keem caused it. Keem didn't cause it.
I'm going to try to make
but he is
the
allowing
absolute
it.
best decisions I can to protect this community and everybody in it, right? But when shit is going wrong and two people are fighting with each other, don't blame me. I'm not in this fight. Anyhow.
I mean, obviously,
Then stop inserting yourself in everything.
$19.99. Keen, you're not only handsome, you're a good dude. Mad respect for you taking stand for this. This isn't right. Tina, stop making this all about.
Oh, there's somebody
Tina
that's
is so annoying. Tina,
a fucking
always
ball
steals
licker,
the
Keem,
attention.
right there.
I was just going to say, what level of mental gymnastics do you have to do where something that happens in their private relationship is on anyone else in this community? The worst you could say was they met each other while being part of this community. How the fuck is that?
Yeah,
on
that's
you
exactly
or
what they're saying,
anyone else?
Boogie. Get with the program,
A lot of
retard.
stuff I need to say on this, but let me get to it.
Okay.
'Cause I got a lot to say on this.
Bile dysfunction when you can.
All right, sorry, we got one more dono. Can you read that one, Buggy, real quick? Fuck, two of them. God damn it.
You know, they really need segmented times for when they play donos. It kind of
Say what you want
show it
about Becky.
sprinkles through the
Long
entire
2012 inches
instead of
long
taking
super
segments
chatted
out for it.
$20. Sorry to interrupt, Keen. But guys, Mike filming Tina's house is kid behind the camera territory long before this show existed.
Thank you.
Stop blaming this man, please.
And then also the other guy said, say what you want about Becky.
Kid behind the camera.
She, unlike many other people in the locale universe, respect donation and shuts up when they come in. And Queens makes good donations because of her. Okay.
And then, yeah. Okay.
Guys, can you just slow down on the... I don't have... The hub fucking broke. I can't pause donations. So just slow down. And then when we're on this screen, donate, because then the text-to-speech works. When we're on this screen, the text-to-speech does not work. All right? So just keep that in mind.
Consider what he had to look at.
Yeah, you're a fucking idiot, Nick Stoner. I look amazing, and people here fucking know it, all right? You can try to rag on me all you want, but the reason why I could take it
See, she's still in character right there.
I know how fucking good I look, and I know exactly what I'm worth. I have brains.
She's clearly still in character. That she's going to spout off serious allegations.
Absolutely nothing. Well,
okay. So then it goes into this personal shit where she's saying that Richie's D doesn't work or whatever, and then Richie is saying, well, how could I get it hard with you? And it gets real.
Okay, there's a logical fallacy number 2. We'll have to tell Tibbs when he gets back from his little potty
there's a
break.
clip where Becky claims Recchi,
you know, whoever heard of the concept of taking a piss before the show?
He was living with
I was going to avoid this, but I guess I'll just play it. Whatever. It is what it is.
He was living with his mommy, who would always complain about his fucking cat. And the picture he posted of both of us was both of us in his twin fucking bed that was broken as shit.
Oh, yeah, pause it, buddy.
And the only time he did manage to come was when his mom was around. Richie!
Whoa!
Holy shit.
That's gross. That's gross.
Pause it when you get a chance, bud.
Yeah, I was catching the live stream on the iPad while I was taking the piss break. So that way, I didn't.
I told the audience, I said Tibbs is taking a potty break.
Yeah. I was watching on the iPad so that way I wouldn't miss anything. And
did you hear what I said?
Yeah, the neurological fallacy that she had. Oh my God.
Yes. The second strike is the fact that she claimed he had erectile dysfunction, that he couldn't come.
They couldn't.
They wasn't having sex a lot. So how's he supposed to rape her?
Is she implying that he takes like something like Viagra all the time, or some kind of?
She's insulting him by saying he can't get his dick up, but yet. Remember, she's about to drop that, she was, R-worded. I mean, I guess at this point, we've already used the word so much, we can't cover it up. But yeah, so we have 2 strikes so far on the logical fallacy. 1, didn't report it, didn't call the cops, but a week later called the cops over a Wendy's bag. And then strike number 2, he did something to me, but he can't get his dick up.
Which is like what? It was like the logic there doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. By the way,
third strike, you're already out. The third strike of a logical fallacy is he raped you, but you stayed with him a full week later.
Yeah, I see right there already hit a third strike, but I feel like there's going to be more strikes he's going to hit.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and say that. Let's go ahead and combine that third strike. Let's just say it's all one strike. Like waited a week to call the cops about the Wendy's bag. Let's say that and stayed in relationship with him a week later. Let's be as generous as we can and say that's all one strike. And the second strike is his erectile dysfunction. No way he could get it up. You know what I mean? Like, that's strike 2.
Yeah, that's fucking strike 2 right there. And then...
Yep.
It's like, this lady is fucking... She's so illogical. I don't understand.
It's vengeful. She pretty much said it while you were gone. You heard the part where, she was being vengeful. Like, that's why she did the whole thing. Like, that's not a strike, but it's motivation for why she would lie about the rape.
Yeah, why she would manipulate and change the facts to fit her narrative.
Right.
'Cause it just makes her look good.
Or look like the victim.
True. And then I wanted to point this out that Keemstar was talking to, and you said it too. Keemstar talks about how he didn't have his hand in this, he didn't have his hand in that, but yet he sticks his hands in fucking everything.
Right.
Everything.
So what is responsible?
He was responsible.
How often does he call in to the show when there's a problem or there's a technical issue? Keem calls and says, hey, fix this, or hey, stop doing this. But when Becky went on this rant, he did not call in and say, Becky, stop. Don't talk about this on stream.
I say, hey, Becky, maybe let's not have this conversation on a live show. We could talk about this in private because this is obviously a very serious matter.
So I'm still 85% like with Keem for the most. But some of the stuff that is about to come out, like especially when he talks about not going to police, that's where he loses me.
Yeah, I just, oh yeah, I can't wait for the, if this is the live stream I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure he makes a couple of statements that I want to rip into. But
right, so let's get right to it because we still got 2 more clips after this.
Yes,
we're already an hour into the stream.
Well, over an hour.
So, I mean, there's probably more to that clip, but I'm out. I'm not doing it anymore.
Please, thank you.
And then Becky fucking shot her shot with Michael, and that's more content stuff than serious. I think she was playing around to be entertaining with that whole thing. Because you even had Bridget up there, and Bridget was like threatening to beat up Becky, and I think that's content. I don't know if that's real or not.
Lily Musai super chatted $20. I may not like Becky, but this shit is way too insane. Becky does not deserve this level of harassment. Also want to give Boogie respect for all of the progress he has made. I love the content, but clearly there are limits.
So Richie was in the Discord, saying that she stunk and like all this other stuff, right? Saying horrible things about Becky. And then Becky
right there for a second. So Richie, made comments like she stunk or whatever. I think all that stuff, it's a little disgusting. It's a little petty, but I do think it's within the bounds of like ripping on each other versus actually accusing someone of the R word.
Hey man, it's fucking like there's at some fucking point it turns from fucking being, how do I phrase this? I'm trying to think in my head how I want to phrase this. It turns from being about really in my head. I'm trying to put together how I want to phrase this.
Hey, don't overthink it, brother. Just hit the clip, watch a little more of it, and then you'll get your thoughts formulated.
Yeah.
And this is why the title is the way the title is and whatnot. But they were fighting in the Discord as soon as Queens was over, they were fighting in the Discord back and forth for like 3 straight hours. That's why I was pretty upset at Rewind, because I felt like they should have been tuned into what the fuck was going on in the Discord, but that's a whole nother story. Then it gets completely out of control where Richie said, wait, why are you talking about rape now? And Becky says, remember when you drugged me so I couldn't move or fight
back?
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
There's the allegation.
So when this came out, I immediately got in contact with Richie, got in contact with Becky. Right out the gate,
Man Without a Plan super chatted $19.99. Keem, Don't let the haters get to you. Thank you for always trying to stand up for doing the right thing.
I'm trying.
In the end, it'll pay off for addressing this mess. Love you too, Boogie.
I appreciate that, Dono. I really do, because I am going to try to do the right thing, but I'm constantly being told that I'm doing evil things from multiple different people. But they're not even being genuine. They have alternative motives, which we're going to go into next. But let me talk about this right now. I called Becky, and I was very clear. I said, "Don't say anything. Let me talk first." I said, if this is you talking shit, you need to delete that. And you need to immediately make a statement that this is over the line and that that's not true. Okay? And this is before I really even read that. I just found out from other people that there was a R-word allegation. So I didn't even read
Pause
that.
for 1 second. So, Keemstar's already trying to find a way to cover for Becky. He already knows deep down she's lying. And so when he calls her, he's giving her the out. Hey, if you're talking shit, just, take it down. Make a statement, clear it up, clear the air. He tried to give her an out. She didn't take the out. She pushed it and pursued it even further. And, if this had been Grace or somebody or Lynx or somebody accusing and then being like, oops, sorry, never mind, I didn't mean it, Keem would have fired them. Flatly.
Oh.
So you're telling me Grace could have kept her job if she just said all this? I don't believe that.
I'll put it to you this way. As far as I'm concerned, because I've got my thoughts together now because someone was texting me about this as they're watching the show, and they pointed out to me that the way Keemstar treats this show, like it's completely scripted, he tries to script it like it is professional wrestling, like he scripts it like professional wrestling, which professional wrestling really isn't that scripted, but whatever. I'm not going to have that argument on this show right now. The thing about this, and they pointed out, is that you're telling me you didn't read about this, you heard about it. You're telling me that not once, until you were told about it, not once did you not pay any sort of attention. You own these shows. You own this, I guess, company that you're running. Why are you not paying attention to what your employees are doing? Seriously, because they do represent your brand, and this makes you look bad.
He was paying attention. He just didn't. He just sat out by like he usually would interject himself.
See, like you talked about, he fucking fired Grace just because Grace had her dad on a live stream because he popped up in the background and smiled. He fired Lynx just because I guess she didn't do a good enough job on the docket. I don't know exactly what reason there was, and I suppose I will never know thanks to one of my detractors.
Oh, and remember, he pressured Boogie into admitting he lied about cancer. Why is Keem not pressuring Becky into, hey, did you lie about the rape? By the way, you'll notice later when we finally eventually do get to the Richie Dubs interview, Richie Dubs does agree that he wants to take a lie detector test. There was a donator who wanted to give $1,000 for the lie detector test. He was down immediately. Keem sort of brushed it off, and then it was never brought up again. Becky's never been asked to take a lie detector test. Why would you turn down $1,000 offer from a fan to get lie detector tests done if you're not trying to cover up for Becky?
Oh my God, that is some bullshit right there. That is some total bullshit.
Like 3 hours before we fucking get to that part, but we'll get there eventually.
Oh wow, just look. I know that the lie detector test has been proven in court to not be as admissible evidence. But in this kind of situation, that is the best tool we have.
Because you could compare the test at least. Like if we see Becky test and Richie told the truth or vice versa, we could compare the test and be like, okay, well, this seems like this might have been what happened here.
Yeah, at least we could deduce a possible real scenario of the story that happened or the events that happened.
And the truth is, if Keem didn't want to deal with this on stream, like I said, he could have shut it down with Becky. He could have advised her to go to the cops. But instead, we're about to see Keem's advice for what he would have done, which is not go to the cops.
Oh, this is the one that has that clip. When that clip gets done playing, if I can have 5 minutes, I've got a lot I want to say.
Sure thing, but I might have it a little bit longer stream than usual.
Because I remember this, and I lost it when I watched it. I actually lost, like, my mom asked me if I was okay. That's how much I fucking lost it.
Right.
Yeah. I tried to get on it to fix it right away because this is like one of those doomsday situations where it's like, dude, you don't play like that if Becky is making this up for whatever, right? And it was very clear to me through my conversation with Becky that she is not just talking shit. She literally means that. Word for word. She went into detail of what happened to her on New Year's Eve night, or I think it was New Year's. I don't know the exact day, but it was around New Year's. And she's being very, very serious about that claim. So after I talked to Richie, I believe, and Becky, I was able to come back to the Discord, and immediately the entire Discord turned on me and said that if I don't fire Becky, then I'm a piece of shit. All right. If I don't get rid of Becky, then I'm a horrible person because Becky is trying to ruin Richie's life with a false allegation and all this other stuff. So I tried to join the Discord to explain to people that I am not firing Becky because she has an SA allegation. That's the most insane thing ever. Okay? I cannot silence Becky. I can't be like, oh, you can't tell your story, Becky. You need to go because it's bad for business or whatever.
Reese super chatted $25.23. If she means it, file a police report.
That's not how Keem usually would act, though.
Opinion.
No.
Obviously, everyone's going to say that, but I believe that window for the police report is done and over with because it happened at New Year's. So I don't know what a police report's going to do. If Becky asked me for advice, I would tell her, what's the point? You're going to go file a police report and then no evidence whatsoever can be recovered. And it's just, what's the point? Like, I just don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm giving horrible advice right now. Trust me, I'm not an expert in this.
Yeah, you're fucking wrong.
When it comes to the police and what can be done and whatnot. But I just don't, it doesn't make sense to me. You know, if it was right away, I'm thinking that probably would have made sense. But this is like, we're talking like a week ago. Well, everyone's at the entire chat saying I'm wrong, so maybe I am wrong.
Alrighty, let's do this. Father was an officer. My grandma was one of the head secretaries of the state patrol. Let me explain to you how a real fucking rape case is done, Keemstar, since you're fucking retarded and don't know how this fucking works. The thing about reporting rape cases, it does not matter because she has a 5+ year window to report this incident. Yes, it may be delayed for a week, but that's pretty common with abusers. Because a lot of cases, like fucking, let's go with Jeffrey Dahmer. Let's go with Ted Bundy. Let's go with John Wayne Gacy. Let's see, who else down the line? Who else? Jeffrey Epstein. You got compared to fucking Bill Cosby. How many of those cases were fucking what, 30 plus years? Are you fucking serious? Are you that retarded that you don't know how this fucking works? You live in one of the most sexually crime-ridden fucking states in the United States of America, New York, which is notorious for fucking human trafficking and sex trafficking. Notorious. And you're telling me you don't know how that works? What the fuck, man? This is unbelievably incomprehensible stupidity that pisses me off. This is why the rest of the fucking world looks at us and thinks we're retarded. This is why I get mocked by my friends who live in Australia and New Zealand. This is why when I used to have German friends, they all called me fucking stupid because of shit like this. You're a fucking idiot for even remotely saying that. The best thing she should have done, thing you should have told her immediately to do is, if you do not have a police report, get one right fucking now. Because maybe they wouldn't not. Because a rape kit, from what I understand, has about 72 hours. So you have about 72 hours to use it. From what I have researched about that, I could be wrong, but that was from what I have researched. That was the amount of time. So yes, maybe she wouldn't necessarily get him on the rape charges, but if he legitimately drugged her, they would still be able to find traces of the drugs in the drinks and if she didn't wash the dishes, in the dishes that he used. And they would also be able to find where he bought the drugs from, which would prove that it happened. You fucking numb tard.
And on top of that, if she does a report, it would leave a paper trail that if there was other reports, Richie would also get in trouble or get more looked into at least. So this is not about finding justice for Becky. Becky clearly and obviously allegedly lied. And really, at the end of the day, she was just being vengeful and said something. Keem's trying to cover for her, and she doesn't want to file a police report because then she has to answer for it and possibly perjure herself.
Which allegedly there apparently is a police report, so maybe she might be telling the truth.
That's over the Wendy's bag. That's over the Wendy's bag.
Yeah, that's the problem. See, that's my other fucking problem. This is why I don't fucking like Keemstar. This is why I don't like him at all, because he's fucking stupid. He may have quote-unquote business smarts, but he sure as hell doesn't have legal smarts.
This is why our boss is O-Star.
Because he has,
Star.
Yeah, because fucking O-Star actually has legal smarts and fucking common sense.
I will say, let's go ahead and kick it over to the second clip now because we got their clips. Kick it right clip.
Yeah, we got to where we wanted on that clip. So
we did. Okay.
Yeah, that was the timestamp you said to end that first clip on. So I'm going to double check the next one to see where we're supposed to start. All right.
I think it's 5:30 to 28:50.
Yep, 5:30 to 28:50. So I'm going to go ahead.
Now we can see some of Becky's unhinged responses. This is right after this all happened the same night where LolCal Live went live, then LolCal Queens went live, then LolCal Rewind went live.
All at the exact same fucking time, which was crazy.
Well, one after another.
Absolute fucking insanity. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to start the clip here.
Disgusting. It fucking looks like hogs live there. You talk about me all the time, and you got fucking shit out of bed.
For a moment, I got to move you out for a minute. I was gonna originally do this before.
Go ahead, do it.
Some of this is serious and it needs to be addressed. So, part of what
I gotta stop real quick. What the fuck she got all over her face?
I don't know, some sort of makeup issue. But I will say, when the clip ends for this, she walks off street.
I'm sorry, you cut out there for a second. She walks off stream and then.
When this clip ends at 28:30, she walks off stream and never returns.
Oh wow. That's
night. So yeah, that's why we cut it off when we did. We got through the intro, and so you'll see her on camera from 5:30 to 28:30, and then that she leaves and never returns, and Wings comes in. So that's why we stopped there.
I do want to hear. So, does Wings have anything to say about it?
No, we really. I didn't found what he really.
Oh, he doesn't address it at all. Okay.
Becky's freak out. I just wanted to get Becky's freak out on here and talk about her fucking freak out. Because this is all time legendary.
Oh, this is gonna be good then. Let's go ahead and let about 2 minutes or so play.
Out in the Discord was allegations around the R word. Allegations. I will say that everything I said is true. Everything I said is true. But I also don't want to talk about it anymore. I never wanted to bring any of this to the Discord. I never wanted to bring any of it to the internet. Richie was not always like this. There were a lot of questions of, if he was so bad, why were you always speaking so well of him? And then he was supposedly doing all these horrible things behind closed doors. He wasn't always like this. In the beginning, he was amazing. And it was a gradual and slow decline. And I know from his mother, I would hear him and his mother argue that he started going downhill along the time of the camping trip. And ever since then, he's been going down and down. Now, again, these are all things I didn't want to make public, but he's forced me into a corner to where I have to. He was a former drug addict. A heroin addict, to be precise. I did not have experience with people like that before in my life. I don't think everyone like that is a bad person. I was actually very proud of him for having overcome it. However, it is my belief he started slipping back into his old ways, and that is what caused the change in behavior. As far as the allegations themselves, I see you guys are still talking about it in the chat. I'm glad some of you are understanding that I need my space on this. And thank you so much. I want to address a few things that I've been seeing going on. First, people pinning this on Keem. And asking Keemstar to do something. I know I look stupid when I drink, but I have to. Hang on. I don't think that Keemstar is able to do anything in this situation. Whatever he does in terms of banning Richie from a Discord or something like that, it makes it look like Keemstar is taking a stance. And the truth is, he doesn't know what happened that night. The only people in the entire world who know are me and Richie.
Oh.
It's so cringe.
Oh, that made my brain hurt. I had to stop and text somebody that my brain was hurting from her statements. Like, they're watching right now with us. And I just told them my brain fucking hurts from those statements. What the I gotta go full screen. I gotta go full screen real quick. I'm sorry. I gotta go full screen for this one. What the fuck, Becky? Are you fucking serious? Are you really fucking serious? What in the flying fuck is wrong with you? Why would you say that? Keemstar should be taking your spot. If you're telling the fucking truth, your boss should be protecting you. Not fucking letting the predator in, the alleged predator you're saying raped you, stay in the same server with you. Where he can intimidate you, where he can manipulate you and harass you even more. Are you fucking stupid? And I know it sounds like I'm victim blaming, but you just heard what she said. The audience can't be mad at me for being mad about the fact she just stated that her boss can't help her when her boss has enough fucking resources to literally help people get their YouTube channel back. You're telling me he doesn't have any resources to help her protect her from Richie then, if Richie is truly the predator that she's claiming. This is a level of stupidity that I don't know where to even fucking begin. Unfucking believable.
You know what this sounds like? It sounds like I said, Becky was vengeful. She wanted to hit him hard, and the hardest way you can accusing him of doing something like that. But then she wants to pull it back and be like, well, I can't admit that I told a lie here, or else I'm in trouble or fired or scorned by the community. So I'll just let this sit and lie on Richie's life, right? And let him have to deal with it possibly, and these accusations. But I'm not actually going to pursue this in court. Oh, and I don't want to talk about it anymore going forward, and I don't want to hear about it anymore going forward. I just want to throw out these accusations, and then slowly we'll back away from it and let this sit out there in the sun and rot like a carcass.
Well, it fucking ruins a man's life. Well, it fucking ruins someone who may actually be innocent. This is fucking unbelievable. I was telling someone earlier today, because I saw a tweet about another YouTuber that I follow that's a really nice guy. This tweet tried to claim that he was a predator by hiring a minor to do the artwork for his video games. And when he found out that they were a minor, he fired them because she lied about her age on the application. I'm
By the way, she's at I was gonna say Becky's at strike 3, because if she was actually the victim, she would be doing something that would actually help her or help somebody else who could be victimized in the future. The fact that she's not is strike 3, logical fallacy. So strike 1 was not filing a police report or calling the police, staying with Richie and only calling the police a week later over the bag of Wendy's and not telling the police about the rape.
Strike 2.
Strike 2. Do you remember?
Strike 2 was her insulting him and claiming that he has erectile dysfunction. But
that's what it was.
3 weeks ago, she was bragging about how he was a better sex partner than Review Tech ever was. And then strike 3 now.
Strike 3 here, what she's doing here is pulling it back, or sort of like hiding. She's sort of hiding that she made the allegation, because she wants to quickly move past it, is what I'm saying.
Refusing to address the allegations.
Right, refusing to go into detail, refusing to do the police report now up to this day. Like, in my opinion, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but put your money where your mouth is. Police report or shut the fuck up, bitch.
I don't blame you. I seriously don't blame you. Because the thing is, the internet is not... YouTube stuff like this, YouTube content in general should... If you're going to report on police... If you're going to make statements like this, you need to have some kind of report proving that this happened. I follow a YouTuber called Scapegoat. His wife made a whole bunch of fucking accusations about him that wasn't true, and the only thing that was true about it was that he got mad one time and punched the wall because she threatened to call the cops on him for bullshit reasons, and he has the police reports to prove that she did that she lied about the stuff that happened, and he fucking shows it on his phone that it happened. Well, he was forced to stay at a hotel room because the officers told him that he couldn't stay at his house because he punched the wall. So he's a threat to her, despite the fact that she owns multiple weapons.
So, I mean, you'll see in this stream here, but when Becky starts getting pressed at all a little bit, even though it's talking about her house than anything and trying to avoid the elephant in the room, when Becky gets pressed about anything, she completely loses her shit.
I could fucking tell. By the way, I'm pretty sure that's Vaseline or baby oil on her face.
She's just greasy.
Probably she put lotion on before she put her makeup on, and that's why she looks fucking weird. She didn't do her makeup right. She didn't do her.
Always never does her makeup right.
Yeah, no, because it makes her face stand out too much from the rest. Because like if you look at her cleavage, and I know that's a bad spot to pick, but it's a very clearly visible spot.
Victim shaming? Are you victim blaming over there, Tim's?
Yes, I am, because this is horrible fucking makeup.
Are you going arm in arm? Are you going arm in arm, side by side with the sexual predator allegedly known as Richie Dubs?
Indeed, I am.
Were you in the house too?
Oh yes, I was. I know, right? I was the one.
You were.
I was the one that gave him the drugs.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Wait, hold up. We got a sound effect for that. What am I doing?
Oh my god!
But seriously, the way she does her makeup fucking makes it look like she's sick. But then you look at her skin, it looks like she's putting on a plastic mask without putting on a plastic mask, and it makes her look horrible. It really does.
Yeah.
Well, let's continue the clip, because I'm sure she's going to say something else that's going to piss me off.
With that being said, Richie, this is to you and no one else out here. You know what happened that night. And I work here. The Discord is my place. It's part of where I work. This is my job. I can't just leave it. I have to be there as part of engagement. But you can, and you've been choosing to stay and purposely make my life miserable. And all I have to say to that, you're not going to chase me away. Because I fought tooth and nail to get here, and this is the one opportunity that can change my life. And after you took all the most vulnerable and important things to me, the last thing I am going to let you take is this too. But as a man, Richie...
Bunny Stalker super chatted $25.23. Amber Turd would be proud of this performance.
That hit harder than the Bill Cosby statement. Fuck. Cause I was kind of getting suckered in for a minute. Cause I was like, oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe she actually is telling the truth. And then that hit, I went, oh, fuck. Oh. What is your statement?
Tears swayed you, boy.
Yeah, tears have swayed me before on people like that, and I've paid the price.
Narcissists don't care.
No, they don't. Narcissists don't give a flying fuck about you. Oh, well, they give a flying fuck on whether or not if you do what they want you to do. Small correction there. Oh, God, let's continue. That was, for that comment, they earned that one.
I fucking Jew!
That's exactly what she's acting like. This is her to Richie.
I tip off! Jew! I fucking Jew! I can tip off!
You know what? That brings up a good point. They should ask Boogie about his child abuse. They should do a lie detector test on that for him, and whether or not he has autism, they should do a lie detector test on him. Whether or not he has cancer, just do it all. Do a live lie detector test with Boogie. That would be content.
Oh, that would be really good content. I will say this. This is probably going to be the only time I will ever fucking defend Boogie on anything. I do actually believe he is autistic. He carries a lot of the same traits that my second oldest brother Thomas does with autism.
But let's say this. Let's say one of the questions, not just do you have autism. One of the questions could be, do you use your autism to make people feel sorry for?
Oh, to that he definitely does.
There you you go. There you go. See, let's find out where the manipulations are.
I'll put it this way. I'm pretty sure he manipulates people into feeling bad about him because he has autism. But I do honestly believe he has autism. That is the only part about him I will ever fucking defend, is that. I do believe he is autistic, or at least carries traits of autism.
And also, even though there is part of me that doesn't believe his childhood, I could see him thing. I am not going to sit up here and say, oh, he's definitely lying about his childhood abuse. I can't prove it. There's no way to prove that. It's so long ago. And
the people who
assume that happened to him, and for that, I feel bad.
To be honest with you, the way he acts as well is definitely. This is part of also why I believe he's autistic, because a lot of autistic people tend to have more vivid memories of childhood trauma and abuse than those who don't have autism or are not high on that scale.
And I'd also like to point out that Becky doesn't have all these disadvantages that Boogie has had. She's supposedly maybe a narcissist, but, you know, she's coming out here making a total ass out of herself. And this, you know, even if she, let's say she's telling the truth. Let's say Richie did do this to her. Well, then she's handling everything so fucking bad.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, no fucking DA would ever want to take this case on now. No, not a damn one. Okay, maybe the one from New York that went after Trump. That's the only one I could think of that would do it, because they would be stupid enough to try it. Everyone else even the ones in LA, and I'm not mocking the people who suffered from the fires. I'm praying for them. And I'm going to be running my own special live stream to do a donation stream for them as well. But the district attorneys in LA and in California in general wouldn't fucking try this, because Richie has all this evidence to prove that basically she either faked this or used it for money, which meant that she didn't suffer.
I'm going to say something somewhat controversial, but it's really true. I'm tired of the Me Too movement, man. Like, just every case needs to be handled on an individual basis. And, you know, I'm tired of everything either being labeled as sexist or racist. Just use common sense, logic, use reasoning, use evidence, and everything should be case-by-case basis. Judge every individual on the individual basis and leave it at that.
It's like, see, that was my problem with the Me Too movement. I liked the concept of it when it originally came around, because it was about actually getting real victims a chance to voice what happened to them. Those who would have not had that voice before had a voice, but it was hijacked by fucking crazy leftist people who wanted nothing better to do than to victimize themselves, which cost real victims, both men and women who were real victims, an opportunity to take their abusers to court and take them to task for what they did. And instead, it platformed people like Amber Heard, people like Alyssa McConaughey. It platformed people from the gamer cases. Yeah, it platformed people like him. It platformed people like the Jostler. It platformed people like RTU. It platformed people like that. Okay, maybe not necessarily RTU, but
all they have to do is silence their through threat of, oh, you're a predator.
Like, what's kind of, and you're like kind of hitting it for me, and that's kind of what's happening, is like they're trying to silence me because they don't like my opinions, they don't like my thoughts, they don't like the humor that I have, so they're using anything and everything to their ability. People like Eric.
So they'll jump on this and they'll attack Richie Dubs and try to too. Becky wants it to go smoothly, it can't ever go smoothly because the people will latch onto this forever.
No, this will never go away. And if it ever truly gets proven, like beyond a shadow of a doubt, proven that she lied, this will fuck her reputation up so bad that even Amber Heard will have a better reputation than her, and that's fucking
the
saying
truth
something.
is, she could come out tomorrow and said she lied. Richie's life is still fucked.
Yeah,
It's still fucked.
Johnny
People will still believe it.
I mean, Johnny Depp's a perfect example. Even though he proved in court, beyond a shadow of a doubt, he was not the abusive person that Amber Heard claimed he was. He's still not doing any acting roles. He's barely able to gig with his band. And Amber Heard can
continue the clip before we're here till midnight.
But to kind of tie it all up, I'm seeing an Amber Heard kind of situation like the super chat basically said. I'm seeing the similarities, so I agree with them, and I'm gonna give them a coat clap. Let's continue.
Richie, listen, that chat, fuck off, okay? Not everything is content.
You're making it content. The fuck?
Richie, shame on you, not only for what you did to me, but for staying in the Discord and forcing me to see the person who assaulted me, forcing me to see your face day after day after day after day. I have to be here. You don't. As a man, leave. Just leave. You don't need to be here. You don't work here. Why can't you just go?
She literally just used his Tinder. Oh my god. Is she really fucking playing the gender role? Is she really playing the fucking gender role? But she wants to use feminism. Oh, this is...
Dude, it gets worse, man. It gets more cringe as it goes.
Real quick, I just want to say this real quick. My mother is a second-gen feminist. She fought for equal rights for women. And this fucking bitch is trying to ruin everything my mom did to get equal rights for women. Fuck you. I just want to state that for the fucking record because I'm pissed now. I am beyond fucking pissed. I am more pissed than I was when I was pissed off at Jay. And that's fucking saying something because I fucking wanted to wreck Jay's career.
Well, if you were going to try to wreck Jay's career, then that means he'll be your best
I'm sure RTU would want to be my best friend if Jay ever turned on him again. Let's continue.
I haven't asked Keemstar to boot him because I don't think it's Keemstar's place. None of this is Keemstar's fault, but the person whose fault it is Richie's. And this is about all I'm going to do for the heavy talking about it because talking about it is just, it's too hurtful.
You know, I got something to say real quick.
Who are asking?
Yeah, you go ahead.
You know, she said it's all Richie's fault, but nobody would know about this if she didn't say so in the Discord server. And since she's not going to file a police report and she's not going to do anything about it of any kind of substance whatsoever, she kind of brought this all on herself.
Well, to do you one better, she says that it's not Keemstar's fault. She says it's not Keemstar's fault. It kind of is, considering, again...
She suck it up to the boss. She suck it up to the boss. I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I shouldn't be surprised either. Like, fucking sucking on Keemstar's butthole over there. Must love his trucker.
Essentially this time.
Hey,
Until Keem fires her, then she accuses Keemstar.
Oh yeah, of covering up the rape. I'm sure that will happen.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put it like this.
This is the kind of bitch that will do something like that.
Oh, I really... You know what's bad? I can fucking see that happening.
Oh, yeah. See it from a mile away.
Oh, fucking... It's like, I'll go with this quote right here. What's the quote I want to go with? I want to go with this one. It goes from Tropic Thunders when Jack Black was tied to the tree after he did cocaine and they were trying to get the drugs out of his system. And he goes, it's time to gargle the balls and swallow the gravy. And that's what she's doing for Keemstar. Oh yeah, I bet you're not gonna want to eat lunch after this.
I was supposed to eat biscuits and gravy for dinner, you fucking asshole.
And I just ruined it for you.
Yeah, now I gotta make new plans.
Maybe you should try some key. You should try some
Sausage.
Oh yeah. Try some of his hot dogs. I've heard it's really good. Oh, I'm going to hell for that one. Going straight to hell for that one. Let's continue.
Going to the cops. Oh, I forgot to mention this. I'm going to be very careful with what I'm showing on camera here. Yes, there were reports filed with the police. These are copies of 2 of them. These are domestics. The reports I filed were for having Richie removed from my house because he would not leave. The same way he won't leave Discord, he wouldn't leave my property in real life either. So I filed those to have him removed. I did not file charges for the R incident. I'll answer why right after this super.
Oh.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
This,
Well, she didn't have to say all this. She could have just been like, yo, me and Richie had a fight. He was being an asshole. He didn't leave. I was starting to worry, and so I kicked him out. So there's no reason to bring up these other allegations, especially when you're gonna do nothing about it.
see, if she really wanted to defend herself like that from like the video, she could have said, look, this motherfucker invaded my privacy when I told him not to. When I asked him to help me get food, he was being verbally abusive and obnoxious. When I finally told him, hey, I'm done with your shit, get the fuck out, he threatened me with physical violence, and I had no choice but to call the cops because I can't physically defend myself due to my conditions, and he knew that for a fact. So that's why I had to file these police reports.
You'll tell Richie's not even violent because he never let.
Yeah,
He was drinking and she wanted him to go walk out. You'll notice in the Richie Dubs interview later, I think part of it, he was drinking and she wanted him to walk out in the cold.
hold up. I got a sound effect for that.
Oh my God!
There you go. Oh, God. Unbelievable. Unfucking-believable. Let's try to finish this clip, because I know I keep pausing it, but it's just each time she makes a statement, I get more and more angry.
It's crazy.
It's fucking unbelievable.
$5.23. Nobody deserves this, Becky. It will get better. I hope you're okay.
Thank you. I will tell you why. About a case where I don't have to worry about what I'm saying legally just yet. Being R-worded is an incredibly common occurrence for women, and it happens to some of us more than once. I have been through this before, and I have been to the police about it out of principle because I never wanted that person to do what they did to me to somebody else, okay? And it was the worst choice I ever made in my life. I felt more victimized from going to the police than I did from the incident itself. And so for me and for my mental health,
I don't believe that.
I am not subjecting myself to that again, because at the end of the day, all this is a he said, she said case. All right? Nobody knows what happened there besides me and him. And I'm not asking you guys to take any sides either. I would ask, when it comes to this part, it was no one's business. It should have never been brought up, and it never would have been brought up had Richie
brought it up.
been continuing.
Oh my God.
Right there, she's bitching about him, like, saying the stuff that he was saying. She just gave away her, brought it up. To me, that proves, I almost proves for sure that, hey, I only said it because he pissed me off. And then she talks about how it's so intrusive to go to the police, but yet you've shared this now to tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, even millions of people have heard about this story now because of you sharing it the way you did.
Oh.
Logical fallacy number 5, strike 5.
Again.
Oh, the police are intrusive, but let me share this online where millions of people hear about it. Strike 5.
The police have to be intrusive. They have to be, because that's how you investigate a case like this. Look, I can understand the emotional trauma that comes with having to relive that nightmarish scenario over and over and over again. Like I said, I've talked about it in the past. I actually have been a victim of sexual violence, and it happened at a workplace. At an old workplace, and I've told the place, it's Six Flags, and I've told the story before multiple times. You can go back to my live streams and you can find it. I don't remember which ones, but I've told it before, and I've told a lot of people about it. And I tell people, it sucks. It sucks to know that I couldn't do a damn thing about it, because if I did, I would be legally fucked. Even though it would be me defending myself, legally, there would be nothing I could do to prevent me getting fired and losing my revenue and income, even though I was sexually violated.
That would be fucked.
That's why I said that's a fucked scenario. I was fucked no matter what I did. And that's why I tell people I understand that pain when it comes to that. It's not fun. It's not. I get that. But on the same fucking token, you gotta do it. You have to. If you truly want justice and you want to protect other women, this is for you, 1 cents, because I know you're fucking listening too. I see you there. If you truly believe somebody's a predator, you go to the fucking police. You don't make videos. You don't make stupid posts on Twitter acting like it's a joke. If you truly believe that someone's a criminal, you report it to the fucking police. You retard. And he just laughed because I could have.
And show evidence.
Yeah, I just chewed his ass out and now he left.
Did he really?
Yeah.
How do you know it was him that was in here?
I know when he's watching, when he's not watching, because I've got eyes that let me know.
Oh wow. But anywho, yeah, so strike 5. So I'm ready to continue if you are.
Yeah, I wonder if she's gonna get to 10. You think she's gonna get to 10?
Probably not, but strike 3 was good enough.
Yeah, but she's at 5. I want to see if she can get to 10 now. I'm going to start keeping count.
Honestly, strike 1 was so bad, it felt like 3 bad things on one wrapped in one strike. I was already trying to be as generous as I could.
You're the most generous defense prosecuting attorney I've ever met in my entire life. Because a lot of other ones would have fucking been like, that's strike number 1,563. Let's continue.
Yeah, you can already tell she's really peeling it back. She's really peeling it back.
And I just couldn't
She
keep
really
it any
is.
longer that he was doing that and trying to manipulate people while I knew what he did to me. And going to the police isn't
fake cry
anything, because this is one of those situations where unfortunately that's not what's going to give me justice.
Again, it would get you justice, because if you had that report on top of the domestic violence, the cops would have enough. You mind if I go full screen again for this?
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm on full screen real quick. Becky, if you ever happen to watch this, listen to me very closely on this one. Going to the police on a scenario like this would have been the best fucking thing to do. Because then, on top of domestic violence, you've got the rape allegations. And maybe they can't really pursue the case. You have it documented. So if he pulls a stunt like that again with anyone else or with you, the police would automatically know to arrest his ass.
No. It's not the best thing for her to do, because she perjured herself. Because we know she's lying, allegedly.
Yeah, like I said, I'm taking it as I'm treating it like, okay, let's say she did tell the absolute truth 100%, hand on the Bible, swear to God kind of thing, like they do in court. That's how I'm treating it. If she's fucking lying, which there is a possibility, again, Amber Heard, then the best thing for her to do at this point then, if she truly lied, is to walk it back, apologize, explain what she actually meant, if there was something else that she twisted or maybe she forgot happened, and explain herself, and then move on.
Amber Heard's turds. Amber Heard's turds, thank you.
Pretty much so.
All right, let's keep going.
Oh yeah,
We still gotta get to the Richie interview too.
oh yeah, and we're like about 2 hours
There's
in.
no way for the police
Right.
beyond a shadow of a doubt that he did it, or to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that I'm innocent. But I'm still talking about this now, even though I really don't want to. And I'll be done in a minute so we can move on to better things. But I'm only talking about this now because I know there are other women out there who've been through this too. And there isn't really much justice for most of us. And so if you're going through it too, I just want you to know you're not going through it alone. You can be strong. You can pull through it. The right people will see through and understand and believe in you. And it doesn't.
She's appealing to
ruin your
victims.
life. You don't have to let fuckers like this chase you away from your support system or the things that are important to you or your job. You can do it and you can be strong. And that's all I wanted to say on this. And now I'll bring Tina back in. And I'm sorry that was so heavy, but it needed to be said. Tina, where did you go? I don't see you now. When you're ready, Tina, you can come back in.
Unbelievable.
This is very hard. No, this is not about RTU.
This is gonna be
No, I never said
brutal to clip.
RTU.
This is gonna be brutal to clip. I know it.
After us having talked since 2008, an R word story was never part of any of that. Never. Never. Welcome
Just look at, no, did you just notice that?
No, how she looks.
No. The picture of her voice. Compare that to when she was crying and yelling about it. Listen to how she got now. Does that really sound like someone who's a victim? Because I know real rape victims. They don't calm down that quickly. Not from a horrendous scenario.
Well, I've tried to steer away from the making inferences on the behavior, and I've tried to more stick to logical evidence and logical fallacies. But I understand what you're saying.
Like that's something I felt like needed to be pointed out, because like the thing about that is the way she's acting right now makes me question a lot of what she said, because you just don't magically calm down, not that quickly.
She's an actress.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe there's some merit to the possibility of her lying. The logical fallacies, 5 of them, the way she's acting right now comparatively to how she was just acting 4 or 5 minutes ago, makes me fucking wonder.
All right, so now what we'll do is we'll move on to the lighter side of this. I guess it's not light for me, but I know Tina's gonna have a fucking field day with it, which is the messy house. Yeah, well,
No, that's not messy. That's fucking utterly disgusting. A mattress with shit on it? Are you fucking kidding me?
Not shit.
Come on, Becky. You're supposed to be the pretty one. You're supposed to be the fucking eye candy.
Jesus Christ.
Mattress.
Well, hang on a second. I'm going to see. I was just uploading the video before coming on here. So since Richie chose to invade my privacy and record my house, my entire fucking house.
Whoa, stop right here.
Oh, that's a perfect face I've housed it on right there.
So she's mad that Richie shares this video of the house. So her response is, let's share this video to an audience that's thousands or tens of thousands of times bigger.
And is notorious for being even more ruthless than the people on Discord.
Now, she decided to actually not really show much of the video because she was really fucking embarrassed by it. But why did we even go down this route of we got to show what's inside the house? Who planned that as content? Was it kid behind the camera? Was it Keen? Was it Becky herself bringing it and then she couldn't actually go through with it? Like, that's the part I don't know, is who planned the inside of the house as content? Who decided any of this shit should have aired?
I so want to make a Lynx joke so bad. I really want.
Lynx was on the stream. I wish Lynx was on the stream.
I've
like time to make fun of her.
I wish I had both Grace and Lynx, and RTU, because this fucking would have been the greatest fucking roasting ever.
But you didn't need all those people there to roast her, press her, because she buries herself the more she talks. Tina tries to steer the conversation about the house and avoid the R-word stuff.
Yeah, the rape allegations.
Becky buries herself big time.
By the way, I was referring to our live stream because that would be great.
Oh yeah,
so many different opinions, so much that it would help me be able to bounce my thoughts even more, because then I have more people that I can bounce against. Because a lot of what I'll do is I'll bounce it to see if that's the direction I want to go with what I'm doing.
Actually, I'm really curious to know, since we have brought up 1 2 cents a few times, I wonder if Sense believes her. Because he didn't like Becky before. Will he like her now that she's a victim?
From what I've heard, yes, he believes her.
Oh my fucking god, you're kidding me, right?
No, I've seen some screenshots.
Maybe he should run that by RTU first and make sure it's okay.
Or JKB.
The only abuse victim that I saw a whole lot by Rich.
Indeed. Really fucking indeed. Holy shit. And then Stockholm Syndrome ran right back to him.
That's the only abuse I got on video verbally.
Fucking indeed. But yeah, let's continue. Again, that face. I should have got this face for the fucking live stream thumbnail, because this was even better. Right there. I'm an asshole, and I know it.
I was waiting for the police.
Super chatted $20. I know I call you a warthog and make fun of you. Tim, sorry this happened to you.
Thank you. I actually wanted to call you out because I saw you say something supportive over on LolCow Live as well, and I know you
The
usually
Gamers Asylum super chatted $20. As you have said, no one knows what happened. Understanding that, this should be left to the parties involved. It is not us for Tina's rants or chat insulting Becky. Be strong, Becky. You will be in my prayers.
Thank you very much. And as far as anything that could possibly be legal or handled by law enforcement going forward, we will not be discussing that anymore. I just wanted to address it to answer all these questions because, like it or not, I broadcast my life at least partially.
Oh yeah, she definitely doesn't talk about.
So anyway,
We're gonna probably change.
video. Let me ask the chat. I'm actually going to ask them. I know you really want this, Tina, and if you guys really want the video, I'll show it to you too because it is out there. Rewind.
No, you ain't getting out of this one.
Super chatted $20, sending you love and support, Becky. I do not wish this hell on anybody. Also, for the
Here comes the
fans who want to
simps.
stay fake, we have to wish Becky the best and send love their way.
Right. Thank you. And I'm not.
Wish I had fucking simps on it like that.
Once 2 cents wanted to spend, what was it, $10,000 to get Becky kicked off the show. Now he's backed her because she's a victim. Oh, if I like Becky, then I guess he needs to be against Becky again. So it's probably really confusing. Somebody like 1 2 cents. Who do I support? Who do I don't support? Whose snob do I slob today? It must get really confusing to keep up with Jay's flopping and Rich's flip flopping. Like, I don't know. That man must have a schizophrenic brain or something.
He really fucking does. He has a schizophrenic brain.
I hope he never gets accused of anything, any kind of sexual crime of any kind, because I hope people see that happen. I hope no one believes him because, he get a taste of his own medicine.
Oh yeah. If that fucking goes down, you can guarantee. I'm not gonna celebrate it. But you can guarantee I'm gonna go. Now you know how I felt when you treated me the way you treated me when I defended your ass. 'Cause by the way, I used to defend him. Even after he banned me and called me a sexual predator, I defended his ass from those who claimed he was a psychopath and a potential predator. I defended him and vehemently said that he was not a bad guy. Despite the fucking campaign he's ran against me. It's only recently that I changed my opinion on him. I want that noted for the fucking record.
For the record.
Fucker. Anyhow, let's continue.
For anyone to go and harass Richie or something either. Again, I don't want you guys taking sides on this. It's not your place. You should have never been put in this position. The only request I had out of all of this was for Richie himself to please just leave and leave me alone. Anyway, as part of all of this, he went and recorded my whole house while I was waiting for the police to remove him from my property. And while I had myself barricaded in my room, he decided to record my whole house to find ammunition to use against me. So that is the video. I guess I'm going to show to you guys now. It is deeply embarrassing for me, but maybe we can find a light side of this.
There's no light side to any of this.
Screen it. Nobody can see me. Put me on screen, Becky.
Yeah, sorry. I just realized. My bad. I've got you lower. If I'm a little discombobulated today, you guys know why. I have not been sleeping much or anything going through this.
You've been sleeping.
Very funny. I wasn't cleaning at this point.
Those Becky Sims are in there sweeping right now.
I was the breadwinner. It was
look at that.
He knew before. All right. God, there's so much I want to fucking say. Give me it before you start trashing the house. Let me pull up the video, Tina, because otherwise it's going to keep distracting me. Let me just get it up first.
Let me get my phone and call code enforcement.
So fucking funny, Tina.
You laughed at me. You laughed at me when Grace went through my house without my permission. So I don't even want to fucking hear it.
Fair enough. That actually is very fair.
Well, yeah. I think that was a little bit different, but
I think that was a little bit different.
Ari super chatted $19.99. Becky, I don't donate to shit like this, but are a strong, beautiful person and you can get through it. This is
fucking God.
Thank you so much.
Who wants to bet that RTU made a bunch of fake accounts and is simping for her?
I don't know.
Hey, I mean, if he does it for Jay, why wouldn't he do it for Becky? I'm just saying.
You know what? I have a feeling that when Michelle Soguchi did, that he had Becky's mind in his mind.
You know what's funny? That picture of her looks pretty damn close to what Becky looks like. So you're probably not wrong. That's what's so funny about that.
Michelle so Gucci, he was thinking of Becky.
I bet you when he was tugging on that Masucci, he was thinking about Becky.
We went over the clip the other day. We know what he was at.
Fucking, I still can't get over that. All right, I'm gonna stop trying to make myself puke and let's continue watching.
When I get my portion of that, I'll take it and donate it. Thanks. I'm not trying to
Proof. Need receipts.
I just really appreciate it.
Oh my God, here we go again with the donations.
So here's the video. This is.
Let's remember this. Let's remember her saying she's gonna donate her to victims. We need receipts when this happens.
Amen. We need receipts when that fucking happens.
Not just get the virtue signal win right then and there. We need the receipts later on, or fuck you, you lied.
Yeah, kind of like a certain person by the name of JKB. Like I wasn't gonna make reference to that video you did, but anyhow.
Tibbs, I need you to give me $1,000. $100 of it to charity. You keep $900 for myself.
Shouldn't it be the other way around? Anyhow, let's continue. I'm being an asshole.
Oh, if I show the video, it's not going to show you.
That's all right. Show the video first.
All right. I guess what I'll do is I'll just go through the whole video really quickly. This is my house. Sorry, I hate this so much.
Well, Becky, it looks like a fucking dumpster where everybody from there takes their fucking shit from their house and dumps it at your house.
I know that, Tina, but I have my reasons. You think
You told me this was clean, Tibbs. You told me this was a house.
I said comparatively to what I have seen, it's not that bad.
Pan your camera around. Let's see what your room looks like.
You really want to see? Because
pan it around.
It's a bit of a bloody mess at the moment.
While I sit here, not on camera.
There you go.
Oh shit! I caught you there.
Told you.
You got a little bit of a Becky room going on, don't you?
I dug through all my clothes because I couldn't figure out what the hell happened to my nice jacket. Because I actually had a nice jacket I was going to wear.
I may not be on camera today because
like I said, I had
saw my setup. When you saw my setup in episode 1, you saw I had those nice little Indian paintings behind me. Oh, sorry, that's offensive. Paintings behind me.
Like I said, my clothes on the floor because I was going through them trying to find my jacket. Because I actually had a jacket I was gonna wear, but I couldn't fucking find it. I guess I must have left it in the fucking washroom, so I'm wearing my hoodie instead.
Let's take a minute to thank the viewers for watching so far.
Yeah, because we still got 4 concurrent viewers of the original 10 that were here, so we appreciate you guys. And Uncle Grims came by and said hello. Asked us how we were doing. I told him we were doing great while you were in the middle of talking.
Oh, Uncle Gums?
Yep.
Yep, that's our new fan.
And with a couple of others.
Well, let's give him something to watch. Let's play that clip.
Oh yeah, because this is like I said, and later I'll send you the video so you can watch it. But like I said, from my experience, it is not as bad as they're making it out to be.
All right.
Just like I don't like the fact that I can't always wash my ass because I got one leg.
Hold up real quick. I gotta get out. It's just like I don't like the fact that I can't wash my ass, so I got one leg. Didn't need to know that, Tina. Didn't need to know.
She's admitted she sold herself on stream.
Jesus Christ. Let's continue.
You chose to show things like your leg to the internet. I did not choose for this massive fucking privacy violation. I didn't.
Well, you should have cleaned up. You wouldn't have a privacy complaint. But I also seen where somebody said something about you guys are going to work on hygiene. So you talk about my hygiene, but it's funny when people talk about yours, you want to cry. Isn't that funny?
All right, listen. Tina, let me just show the video.
You got to dump.
I love when hypocrisy's pointed out.
Amen.
This video doesn't have sound, so you could just keep talking. I'm gonna play the video so you can see everything.
It does.
Oh fuck!
See, like I have a lot of stuff in my house that we've collected for things we were gonna sell. And we've been selling a lot of stuff. We have tons of like fabric we use to make outfits and wrestling masks, and it's a bit discombobulated. But it's.
Is that Tim's room?
Well, fuck no, it's not my room. I don't have food everywhere. The only thing I got like is the bowl in front of me from earlier when I was eating lunch. Well, actually, that was my breakfast. Funny enough, I woke up very fucking late. But as far as like
you were late. You were late for a very important date, Becky.
Oh God, no! God fucking no! No! Is she really?
To hear this story, would you spend the night with her?
If you allow me to bring a whole box of trash bags, some gloves, spray cleaner, and let me listen to my music. Because I'm gonna be up all fucking night. She's like 4 in the morning. What the hell are you doing? Cleaning this bed off so I can sleep. Hell, half the time my bed's a mess because I'm usually setting it up, so using it like a table so I can take pictures of everything I'm fixing to sell. And then I'm spending up another 2 hours trying to clear it off just so I can get in bed. And by the time I'm done, my whole room looks a mess, and I just go, fuck it, I'll clean it in the morning.
And morning never comes.
Yeah, because then I end up over fucking sleeping, and then something else comes up, and I'm like, oh, God damn it. I need to fix my sleeping schedule, because it's horrible.
By the way, I want to shout out the Misunderstood channel. You know, they're covering Becky's leaked police report, so that's also going to be an interesting one. Please don't go rush over there right now because we're going to finish up here in a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll check that out later.
We're going to wrap it up shortly. But once this live stream is done.
We have to watch the rest of this clip, and we still have to watch the Richie dub. We have to see Richie dub respond as well.
Yeah, he deserves to have an opportunity to speak. But after we wrap it up, I will post the link to their live stream so that way everyone here can go over there to watch. Well, right now, let's go and finish this, and I can stop getting felted for not cleaning my room out today.
Damn it, I uploaded the wrong video. This one does have audio.
There's somebody in the clothes talking. They want to get out from underneath the shit.
Oh, that was
edited for security reasons.
Jesus Christ.
Some stuff about my house security I didn't want to get out there. I might have to re-upload it really quickly. So you know what? Just start shitting on me. Or you know what? Let me see.
Oh, now you're going to make it look like that I'm shitting on an innocent person who never shit on me, never talked about my shithole, points out every cockroach, but you got a shithole for a fucking house. And you own that house, and it's okay that you look like Sanford and Son and shit.
The audio was removed too, but the audio
was actually funny.
You know what's bad? Is that I actually have tons of wood and stuff outside because I do woodworking, and it kind of makes it look like Sanford and Son. Even though I'm a woodworker. Like, that's one of my traits.
Jesus Christ. Well, see, with this little bit of lolcow queens, you see a little potential. I just think that the problem is you're missing that third person that can really like push the show in the right direction, and that would have been Grace. Grace, Becky, Tina would have been fine.
Well, because like Grace kept everyone glued back together, would keep them on track. So if they got off track, she would keep the show going. Like going back.
See, that's why our show's never on track, because we don't have a third person that would. We don't need them.
Well, to be fair, I do a good enough job as it is keeping everything rolling.
You call this all rolling and on track, buddy?
Oh, it's on track.
Hey, I got some games to review. You know what I mean? Here I am still Becky.
Hey, you know what? You're stuck with me. And you're gonna like the fact that you're stuck with me and my
Fucking tip off!
giving me excuses to use the soundboard. Let's see.
All right. Well, your hard tipples need to click the play button so we can react
Where
to
the sensitive
Becky bullshit.
information is. It's that he showed, like the asshole he fucking is, he showed the entire goddamn
I'm clipping
layout
that.
of my house, which is a security concern. So I don't mind sharing the mess, but I would like, as a single woman who lives alone, to be able to feel secure and not have strangers know the entire layout of my house.
If a stranger went in there, you couldn't find him underneath all that shit.
Michael, if you happen to be around, would you be able to upload a copy of the video unlisted and just send me the link? That way I don't have to do it on stream. Hopefully he heard that. Hey guys, listen, no one says I'm innocent. No one says I'm innocent all the time. I'm a major fucking bitch on the show. I understand that. That also doesn't mean I deserve what happened to me.
Oh, we're gonna bring that up. Here we go. Why do we even do a fucking show? We gotta all feel sympathy for your dirty house because you're too fucking lazy, like you tell me, to get up and clean your fucking house. Nobody's gonna go there because you won't find them underneath all that shit. You're a
Damn.
hoarder, Becky.
I'm not a hoarder. I am a person who has certain physical disabilities. Okay, they'll send
We
the
all
video
do.
to us shortly. No, I have certain physical disabilities, and Tina, I don't have a son who lives with me to help me clean my house. I have rheumatoid arthritis, amongst some
Becky,
other. What?
Becky, stop, Becky, stop the sympathy. Come on now. My son is a boy.
Listen.
There you go. Thank you.
Okay.
Super chatted $20. I don't pull up
Holy shit.
personal stuff. It's only in stuff like calling you a warthog and making memes of you crying. I'd never go this far in trolling. You can troll someone without making them afraid or feel unsafe.
Indeed.
This is not, oh, thank you so much for that, Grievous. This is not a hoarding problem. I would have no problem if somebody wanted to come in and help me and hire a dumpster and throw all the shit out. I would love nothing more than for that, Tina. I don't like.
Oh my God!
Be an adult, get it done yourself.
I like living like I do, Becky. They're not gonna get away from this. You made fun of me.
She did. She really did. Multiple fucking times.
My God, you cry over everything, Becky. I know certain things
Not any better.
are hard, but you know what? At the end of the day, you're trying to make somebody be responsible. You're not gonna tell me that's a one-day cleanup. Holy shit!
For an able-bodied person to just come in and throw everything out, a few days, it's not really much.
Well, you get a big check, like Keem
Tina,
said. You
you're
can
gonna
hire
have to let me-
somebody
you're
to
gonna
open
have to
your
let me
window and throw it in
talk.
the snowbank.
You're gonna have to let me talk. I understand yesterday's show turned out really funny despite everything that happened, but this is my truth and my fucking story, and God damn
Yep,
it,
so
let me say it.
talk it. Talk it. Who gives a fuck?
Oh my God.
I didn't bring it to
Shouldn't have brought it to the internet. Tina W.
Yeah, you did.
I did not. Richie did.
Oh, Jesus
Well, I
fucking
understand
Christ.
that part of it. I get that part of it. You get a fucking pass on that one. Nobody should ever film
Well, that's
anybody,
why I don't wanna
including me,
show it.
bitch.
That's why I
Yep,
don't
you're
want
right.
to show it. The only reason I am is because this asshole put it out there on me anyway. So if everybody has to see it and it's my story, I want to at least be the one to tell it. You're a real fucking bitch, sometimes, Tina. I'll be back. You just sit here alone for however fucking.
See, now that is actually Becky pissed off, not faking.
Had a chance with Michael until he saw your house.
And if I'm not mistaken, that's when that clip ends.
Yep, that, and she never comes back.
Oh, ain't that fucking lovely?
You know, everybody's getting mad, but this is what I don't understand. I had a right to.
So
my
yeah, we can move on to the Richie
I have
Dubs
a right
interview now.
to have my condition that causes my.
That causes her issues. People make fun of her, but she's not allowed to make fun of Becky. Yeah, I can see why she's like, no, fuck that.
Before we move on to the final clip of the day, what are your thoughts on what Becky had to say?
While we're on full screen with me, and I get the next clip set up. Seriously, she needs to go fuck herself.
Is that it? Is that your big analysis?
That's the short analysis. The full analysis is that it truly feels like she's manipulating. She's manipulating, gaslighting, and just not fully telling the story. It doesn't feel like she's telling the full truth. She's only telling parts of the truth. And it's not right.
Well, I mean, here's how I'm going to point it out. I think she's incredibly vengeful for what happened. And logically, how things played out don't make sense if she was indeed a rape victim. And she wants sympathy, and she wants to be seen as a victim, and she wants Richie to go away. And she does want to manipulate. She's clearly a narcissist. You know, at the end of the day, someone like that will never truly be happy. And for that I'm sad for her. But other than that, I really, I don't jive with her. I think she needs to be fired from the show. Now that she has this allegation, she's using it as armor to never be fired. But in reality, Keemstar fires people all the time. And if her plan was to, maybe part of this plan was to cook this up so Keemstar can't fire. And you know, I don't know, but Keemstar's defended her enough, protected her enough. He fired a lot of people for less. It's time for Becky to go. Nobody wants her. The audience doesn't like her. There are hate watchers out there. I guess that gets you views. But overall, this show would have been a lot better had it been Tina, Grace, and Lynx and Becky not been on it. She's fucking lunatic.
In case you're wondering, I'm putting the sunglasses on because now the sun's hitting me directly in the eyes. But so I'm not blinded while I'm trying to run the show. Part of the last part of my analysis before we hear what Richie says, and I want to let him go for about 4 or 5 minutes so that way I can get at least some context before I make any statements about what he says. The thing about this, like, I go back to how she was acting, like how quickly she calmed down and then how quickly she started back up. It doesn't really scream someone that was victimized as much more someone that's wanting to be victimized. Is it possible that he raped her? Maybe. That part I can't say for certain whether or not she's lying or telling the truth. There's a 50-50 shot of her telling the truth or telling a lie when it comes to that.
And to be clear, if she does if Richie is found guilty, me and you will be the first motherfucker to 100% apologize for even inferring that she was lying. I will personally donate $100 to LolCal Queens to her if it is found out that she told the truth. 100%. You know what I mean?
I won't donate my money to the show. I will donate it directly to her. So Keemstar doesn't get a cut of that. Because that meant Keemstar didn't defend his employee. That's what I will do. I will match yours, but it will go directly to her. So Becky, if you do watch this and you prove that he did indeed rape you, or at least sexually assaulted you, I will donate $100 to you directly to your PayPal. DM me that information when you prove it. When
Even
and
if she
if.
takes the lie detector test, if she takes the lie detector test,
And it shows that she's telling the truth, and Richie takes that same lie detector test, and it shows that he's lying. We will do the exact same thing as we just promised right now if you proved it in court. I'm going to clip that. I'm going to put that on the channel.
then, I'm sorry, I can't believe her. Until then, I'm sorry, I can't believe her. I can't suspend disbelief. I can't pretend my doesn't exist.
I will stand on the 50-50 right now. There's a 50-50 shot with me right now.
Come on, take a stand. Get
I
off the
can't.
fence, Tim's.
I legitimately.
Come on.
I can't.
This is
I
what
have to
people
be on the
say about
fence.
the women that you. No. These are what the people that women that accuse you. There's a lot of people that sit on the fence, and you know what I mean? And that's why they don't come to your defense. So at least hear Richie's side out, then maybe you'll have a better idea.
That's why I'm saying right now I have to be like that until I hear him. I need to hear him first.
Okay, but at the end of the show, you don't fucking fence sit. You will take a stand.
Yeah, I will take a stand. I'm not saying I won't. Right now I'm not, because I don't have his side of the story. I need both sides before I take a stance.
After his side, you got to take a stand one way or the other. You could disagree with me too, and that's fine. That's show. We'll do whatever we want to do. You disagree. You might believe Becky after hearing Richie out. But let's see what he says.
Yep. So let's go ahead and listen to Richie's side of the story.
You obviously have a lot to talk about right now.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to lead you into anything. Do you want to just start?
Well, I would first I would start by saying that the allegations are 100% false. There is zero basis in reality to any of the sexual abuse allegations that have been levied against me. There's not anything that could be stretched to come to that point. There's no basis in reality whatsoever. I would first and foremost completely denounce the allegations.
Okay. That's first and foremost. After that, what do you say about this?
I'm not super proud about releasing the video of her house. I didn't take the video to release the video. I took the video because I saw how she was with Review Tech after they broke up, and he says that they never actually even dated. So, whatever it was, but I took the video as a deterrent mechanism. I made her aware that I had this video, and that if she wanted to make this ugly, then we could do it that way. But I would much prefer that we just not slander one another, not talk shit about each other, and just move on. We dated for 2 months. All of this doesn't need to be happening. Like, people can just not get along and go about their lives.
I mean, I wish that's what would have happened and it not,
I wanted that more than anything. Trust me.
Richie, I think we were talking in was it maybe a month ago when I first like started talking to you in Discord, and everybody was saying you were going to break up soon, and you kind of had this mindset. You were like, yeah, your relationships usually last about 2 months. You're like, maybe I am out soon. And did you know
RTU was putting a 2-month time limit on the relationship?
Exactly,
if you heard
exactly.
Me discussing that's probably where that came from.
Somehow he was right again, which I hate because this motherfucker. I got words for him in time, but
oh really?
Yeah.
Stop right there.
I actually just spent the.
So.
I never did find out why Billy doesn't like RTU. He never really on the stream. I wish I could know. Like, that would be awesome to figure out why Billy's got a problem with RTU. Maybe it is about the J thing. Maybe it's something else. But he alluded to it. So I wanted to point that out, and he doesn't really bring it up again. And then as far as, like, the Richie stuff goes, I mean, so far I don't have a reason to believe him. He sounds credible. I do think the video was wrong, and putting out the video was wrong.
And this is where I'm now going to start taking my stance. I disagree with you.
All right.
Here's why. as far as the Billy thing, to my knowledge, is because RTU talks shit behind his back as well, the same way he did with Jay, and Billy's friends with Jay as well, the same way Eric was. So that's where that comes from. To my knowledge, that's where that comes from. But as far as Richie is concerned, here's the thing that makes me not really believe him. You're telling me you needed a defense mechanism against her? So you thought the best thing to do was to not maybe record some of the calls or conversations you may have had with her. You thought the best thing to do was to violate the privacy of her home and her security. For what deterrence?
No. We agree on this part. He shouldn't have took the video.
Okay, I thought you were agreeing with that. That's why I was like, I disagree.
No,
My mistake.
But what I would say, where I'm defending Richie is, I don't on the rape part.
The rape allegations.
See,
the rape
I don't see any
allegations.
inconsistencies yet.
Well, I can't say one way or the other because he hasn't really talked about it and then just outright deny it, which is what any guy would do anyhow. Any smart person would outright deny it.
He just said there's no basis in reality. That was.
Well, think about almost every person who's ever been accused of that crime, from Bill Cosby to Jeffrey Epstein, always says there's no basis for it, there's no claims, there's no evidence to prove it. P. Diddy's lawyer is a perfect example.
But you can't prove a negative, you know what I mean? It's kind of like if somebody said, well, prove God doesn't exist, how would you do that? Prove you didn't rape somebody last night, Tim's.
Well, I can prove it by showing you how my room looks.
But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Like, you can't disprove a negative. The onus is on Becky to prove it, and the courts to prove it, and she's not even filing for a trial. So then you have to look at Richie's story and look at, all right, where are the inconsistencies, and where could he possibly be lying, or what doesn't match up, or judging his character. And we're barely into this where you'd be able to do that.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, I'm not quite gonna take a stance yet again. I'm taking the stance. I'm starting the stance by stating that, in my opinion, I don't understand why he needed to have a defense mechanism to begin with. If the relationship was rocky like that, why didn't he step away sooner? That's my question.
Fair criticism.
Why did?
That's a fair criticism.
That's why I'm saying something's off about that. That's why I'm hesitating on defending him on it, because something's off about that. Because I'm not a cop, I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychiatrist. What's the other one? What's it?
Psychologists
and psychiatrists. I'm not either one of them. So, and I don't have a degree in that. I just have basic education when it comes to stuff like that. I'm just saying, from an average person's standpoint, the average Joe, I think something's off with that, and that's why I'm hesitating to believe him. Why I'm kind of, even though I made a fuck ton in front of Becky, as it stands right now, I'm not sure about Richie's story, but I haven't fully heard his story either.
You better start writing that $100 check then to Becky, because if you believe her by the
But again, I haven't fully heard his story yet, so maybe I could be wrong by the end of this. Maybe she's some freaking crazy psychopath where he had no choice. But we will see.
Put it this way, I already came to the conclusion that Becky, like, before I even heard Richie's side, just because of the five
logical flaws in her story.
Right, that did it for me before Richie even said a word. Because I assumed Richie was going to say, I just didn't.
Yeah.
But maybe he'll say something or something that will make you not feel that way. Let's find.
Or maybe it could be I'll plant this one in your head. Maybe like Jim Cornette made this statement about the Montreal screw job, where Bret Hart got screwed out of the title. Maybe it was a heel program where no one's the good guy. Both people in the situation are the bad guy.
Put one, you guys that are watching the stream, put one in the chat if you believe Becky. Put 2 in the chat if you believe Richie, and put 3 in the chat if you're not sure yet.
And put 4 in the chat if you want to donate to us. I had to do that. I had to do it.
Cow Queen slot over at RTU Streams watching the last night Lolcow stream, because I didn't want to listen to her lie about me for another 2 hours. It's like really frustrating when you can't defend yourself. So I went over there tonight instead.
I understand that pain.
For maybe 30 minutes, and then it was just me and Tina.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I was about to say, it was only 30 minutes she was on.
I just expected it to be like last night where she spent like 90 minutes lying about me. Like almost nothing she said was true.
Where do you think she would get this stuff from?
Well, a lot of it is like made up completely, like the SA stuff. Like there's no basis in reality. Some of it has a little basis in reality, like my erectile dysfunction. Like I've never taken like a dick pill in my life. I'm 41. Like I'm pretty okay. The problem is though that the house was so dirty and it smelled so bad that it was like really distracting. Like I couldn't just get to that like over the final hump there, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just too much going on. Like I'm not to be like mean or rude or anything, but her hygiene wasn't great and her house was kind of really it was just like too
Why
much.
did you stick
like,
around?
I felt really bad
That's
leaving her for something like that, because she, number one, we discussed making attempts for her to get better, and number two, this is like a personal weakness, and I would much rather help her get through the personal weakness than just leave her for it, is like my mindset at the time. But once she called the cops on me for like no reason, like there was no legitimate reason to call the cops whatsoever. And like I've known females who were like that in the past. People who weaponize the police, that's like the most giant red flag to me. Like I understand like this is like a really dangerous situation or whatever.
I agree.
Were you not going to leave the house?
Okay.
I asked her if I could stay for like an hour or two just to make sure I was under the legal limit when I drove, because like I had a couple shots or whatever. I didn't know. I don't have like a BAC. I don't really drink. So I didn't know if I was over the legal limit or not. I just didn't want to take the chance. And like she lives kind of in the middle of nowhere, and it was like 10 degrees out, and it was 2:00 in the morning, and I had my cat, and I had a few drinks, and I asked her if I could just hang out in the front room for a couple hours.
Okay, let me stop it there real quick. I just noticed a logical fallacy in his story. He said he took 2 shots, but now he's claiming he took a few drinks. So how many shots did you really take? Did you really take 2, or did you take more? Because if you took only 2 shots, you would be perfectly fine.
I don't think it's that relevant. Some people.
Well, see, the thing is,
think that
if you're drinking heavily like that, that can impair your logic and impair your judgment. I've seen that story play out way too many times.
all I know is based on what he was saying is he didn't feel comfortable, and he. Which I think is a reasonable request.
Reasonable to an extent, you kind of cut out, but I got the gist of what you were saying was that he wanted to stay there because he didn't feel comfortable driving. That's understandable. But then a lawyer that I follow, his name is Bruce Rivers, made this statement. If you're going to drink, get an Uber in. Why couldn't he lock up his vehicle? Because if Becky did damage his vehicle the next day, she would be the only one there that could have damaged his vehicle, and he could easily have her arrested for property damage and theft.
Yeah, that sucks. Like, I get it. Maybe he could have handled it better. But you kind of just want to, if you're going to leave for good, you kind of leave with your car. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel like all this is small potatoes compared to the big issue.
Well, I'm pointing out because, like, if we're going to pull out the fallacies in hers, then it's only fair that he gets the same treatment.
Well, with Richie, I don't think it's more. It's not so much fallacy. I feel like with him, my criticisms are really simple. It's, he did bash her online. which probably caused Becky to get pissed in the first place and take it too far. You know, he could have kept it offline and civil as much as possible by simply blocking her. You know, I've made fun of Jay for not just simply blocking Rich, but yet he could block me. And so he could have just blocked her, could have just left the Discord. He could have just left and left her alone, you know. But those are my main criticisms: the filming of the house, the putting it out. He's not innocent by any means, but all I really care about is whether or not he raped her or not, because that's a whole different story.
Well, the thing is not, in order, at least in my opinion, to point out both sides of the story, I believe in the idea of fairness, that if I'm going to treat one person this way, then I must treat the next person the same way. I must show equal fairness as best to my human ability. And that's why I am doing what I am doing, is in the interest of fairness. So that way Becky can't come at us and say that we're not being fair, that we were only trashing her, and that we were glazing him. To me,
to be honest, fairness is one thing, right? Yes, fairness, yes. But I also care about the truth. And if the truth is Richie's 90% in the right, then Becky's going to get 90% of the shit.
Yeah,
this is no 50-50 razzing.
No, I ain't saying this needs to be 50-50. I'm just going to keep up with what her fallacies versus his, and comparing the two.
My other criticism of Richie also was the same thing that was brought up: is why didn't?
Yeah, that I stated earlier.
Why didn't you leave?
The statement, I mean? like the statement that I made earlier. Why, if it was so bad, why didn't you leave sooner?
Right, those are fair criticisms, but it doesn't mean he raped her.
Yeah, I'm not saying that means he raped her. But it's like I can't bitch about my ex because I stayed with her for 2 years, even though she was verbally abusive and toxic towards me, and I was the same way at her.
Bring that up for a second, not to get too much in. What was your reasoning for staying in a toxic? Maybe we could figure out why Richie would.
My reasoning was that I felt bad for her. I truly felt bad because I saw the way her father was, which was an alcoholic that was verbally abusive and did not care for the family. He only worked the job.
That's what Richie's saying, though.
He only worked the job.
That he felt bad for her.
Well, there's actually even more to that, was that my ex was violated twice. When she was young.
But not by you, just to be clear, not by you.
No, it was never by me. She never accused me of those crimes.
Make sure that's on the camera for you.
I was trying to think of because I was about to say the ex's name, that's why I stopped, because I didn't want to accidentally dox him.
Yeah, no doxing.
That's why I stopped. So apologies if that made me look bad. I'm just trying not to dox people. That's why I'm trying to remember how to phrase things properly, so that way.
You said him. Your ex was a guy?
My ex is a female. Her ex was a guy. She's bisexual.
Before or after transition?
No, she was female at birth. Female at birth, I know, because I did it while she was on her period. And yes, that was the first time I got laid too. And that was an
press 1 in the chat if you doubt that, guys. Press 1 in the chat.
I'm watching the chat just to see if anyone's gonna press 1. I know one of those.
Yeah, you're gonna lay the band hammer. You could be the next.
Oh yeah, you can guarantee the Van Hammer's coming to anyone that presses 1.
Oh, by the way, just to promote next week's episode, we're gonna be covering Wings of Redemption. It's gonna be lighthearted. It's gonna be funny.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be some
compilations, banning people compilations. It's gonna be great.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be a lot more lighthearted than these first 2 episodes. Not every episode we're gonna do is gonna be so fucking dark and disturbing that it makes you wonder if we fucking go on the internet and watch people get decapitated. Anyhow,
until we immediately lie and we do like next week, like the week after we chant.
Oh yeah, Chris Chan will immediately fucking go dark again. Yeah, I forgot about that. God damn it.
Somewhat. More details on that later.
Yeah, but that's gonna be saved for next week. So make sure you're back for next week's episode of Wings of Redemption. But meanwhile, let's go ahead and continue this. Well, I should finish the X thing and then let's continue. Real quick to sum it all up. I felt bad for her because her first boyfriend was horrible. She didn't have a good experience with some of her friends, and she's shy towards women. I approached her because I was interested, because I thought she was a beautiful woman. I liked her personality. The more I got to know her, the more I liked her.
Well, buddy, you approached her. That means you're a sexual predator.
Yeah, I approached her at the workplace too. Now, I will admit I made a fucking dumb mistake by approaching her when we were co-workers. I should have waited until afterwards.
How do people think people meet? Like you're gonna be.
Well, the idea is that you keep your personal life out of the workplace as much as possible.
Kinda, but that's where you talk to most day long. People expect people like you meet people where you are. Duh, dumbasses. Gen Z motherfuckers who never will get laid.
I'm one of the few that did, so I can be proud of myself and not proud of myself at the exact same time, because that, like I said,
the few, the proud, the brave.
The one that, and I'll leave the story with this because I probably shouldn't rag on it too much, but I'll leave the story with this. I approached her in DMs on her phone because I got her phone number after I got her Facebook, and my brother Thomas can swear to this. I was outside with him watching after the dogs, and I was texting her, and I told her I thought she was a beautiful woman, and I wanted to take her out on a date after Six Flags was over with. On my birthday, I wanted to take her out. I was born, because I can talk about this. This is public information. I was born November 24th, 1999.
Don't dox yourself. Don't dox yourself.
This is public information. This is public information. All
right, go ahead, flash your phone number on screen real quick.
No, I ain't doing that. I ain't that fucking stupid. I made this public information on TikTok about 3 years ago.
We're off the fucking rails. Let's get back on the clip. We're off the rails.
But to be fair, you were talking about figuring out how Richie may have gotten this situation. That's what I'm tying it to.
That brings me back to what I was saying. Do you see some Richie in yourself?
I actually completely relate to what he had just said. Completely relate to what he just said. Because I felt the same way. So
I don't relate to it because anytime I've ever been in a toxic relationship that I don't believe can be fixed, I really fucking just don't jive with it at all. So I don't really relate in that aspect. I'd be like, get the fuck out, buddy. What are you doing?
Whereas I'm the kind of person, I try to fix people legitimately, even to my own detriment, which is, as it's been shown, backstabs me a lot.
I'm too much of a fucking cynic to do that.
We're like polar opposites. I mean, it works out beautifully. The equal balance. But let's go ahead and continue letting him speak, because I'm sure there's more.
See, I'm hot and you're cold. You're yes and I'm no.
Oh God, no! Fuck no! I hate that fucking song because it got played on the fucking radio at Six Flags all fucking day long, and it made me feel like killing myself. I hate it.
Man.
Fuck that song. Fuck that song, and fuck Katy Perry for making that song. I would fuck her.
Let's give Richie a good 5 minutes to tell his story.
I was gonna give him 7, but if you want to do 5.
Oh no, yeah, give him the full. Is this full 7? The rest of the clip?
The majority of it.
Yeah, just give it to him, and we'll talk along.
Yeah, well, comment here and there.
Right, one word,
or whatever, and I would leave as soon as I felt like I wouldn't be a risk to anybody on the road or get stopped and get in trouble personally. And the reason she called the cops was because I refused to apologize for the Discord thing. So like she didn't feel threatened. It was like either you apologize or I'm gonna call the cops. And so like obviously you're weaponizing the police at that point.
Yeah.
And that's when you filmed
Yeah.
the video, because I got a screenshot here from today at 6:29 p.m. my time. You said, I filmed when I was waiting for the cops. She knew
Yes.
the video existed and would be released if she slandered me, which she did. That's your
Correct.
words,
Yeah,
what
correct.
you said.
But didn't she state that she arrested him over a Wendy's bag?
When
You
she-
knew the cops were coming when you
Yes.
filmed?
That was the
Yes,
initial
it took them
fight.
like 20 minutes to get there. I knew the cops were on the way. I stayed in the computer room for the first 15 minutes of it, and when I knew that they would probably be like close,
And he wasn't arrested.
I
He
like
was just
started
asked
coming
to
out by
leave.
the door.
Yeah.
She was in her bedroom. I started coming out by the door to meet them at the door. You know, I'm like, I'm not gonna make them come in there and get me or what. Like, I didn't do anything. I understand I'm not in trouble. Like, I'm not hiding at all.
Now, Richie, with her essay allegation that you say is completely baseless, she claimed that you had drugged her. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct at all.
What does she claim?
I don't even know what she claims, to be honest, because it hasn't. As far as I know, I've only seen the Discord stuff. I haven't seen any actual claims. I don't know when this supposedly happened. Keemstar said on New Year's on Locale Live. I don't know where he got that from. I haven't seen that claim either directly. I don't know exactly when this was supposed to happen. I don't know exactly what I'm
Well,
supposed to
she
have
said
done.
that in the Discord, though.
I didn't
said
see
in
that.
the Discord.
She wiped her Discord today at like 12:30. So if it was from yesterday, I just might have missed it.
Do you usually have drugs on you?
No, I've been off of hard drugs since 2011. I used to be quite a recreational drug user in my earlier years. I was a little wild.
Yeah.
Send a screenshot.
But yeah, 2011 I got off of hard drugs. I still smoke a little bit of weed. I haven't done another drug besides weed since the early 20-teens. I might have like taken some e-pills or something.
Being one of two people that knows what actually went down, what is your idea of a way to end this amicably or with the
I don't know. It's hard because she's like lying and slandering me in such a dramatic fashion. I've contacted a lawyer because it is a baseless claim and she is defaming me.
Your opening statement was very
if she-
lawyery.
Unfortunately, it has to be. I would have much rather just fucked off into the sunset, to be honest. I don't have a single ex-girlfriend right now that I can't call and say, how are you doing? I don't have these tumultuous breakups. I've never been through this before. I've also never had somebody lie and claim that I sexually assaulted them. I've never sexually assaulted anybody. I've never had anybody claim I have. These are completely detached from anything that I'm actually about or that I stand for.
When did the two of you actually break up?
The night the cops came.
What night was that?
It was 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago? And did you think it was a good idea to stay in the Discord? Or did you...
Well,
He's a paying member.
Again, we should be able to break up and share.
It's a pay pig.
It shouldn't be that big of a deal if we can act like adults.
Yeah, it's weird because it's her job, right? So it's in a way.
Pay pig's paying $100.
I've been here for like a year longer than her too, though, right?
No, I know. It's like imagine you
I
get
went
a
to the
woman at your
camping trip.
favorite restaurant. And
I'm pretty entrenched in this community. I could fuck off, but like, should I have to? I did nothing wrong.
Real quick, I want to pause because look, RTU became a pig. Right there.
A regular member. There's a cash cow member for $10, and there's a pay pig for $100, and Richie pay pig.
I'm just saying he became a member. I wanted to. So there's a couple of things I wanted to talk about real quick that I heard in there that I'm going to ask some questions on. So first, it's about the initial fight. He's claiming the initial fight was over him taking the video, where she's claiming it started because of a Wendy's bag.
Okay, I can clarify that. So the Wendy's bag incident was the fight that caused the cops to be called. The fight on Discord was about the video that he took.
Okay.
They were waiting on the cops to show up.
Okay, that makes more sense now because I was a little bit confused about that.
I would have preferred Richie never even have took the video because it didn't really help him at all. It just made him look like an. And even though it embarrasses Becky a little bit, it distracts from the real issue of did he actually assault her or not? And without her pursuing a police report and with the logical fallacies, that's why I believe she is lying.
For me, The next question here is, he says he didn't see. He said he saw the allegations on Discord, but then he says he didn't see the allegations on Discord. And then he
missed the part where she brought up the drugging.
Okay, so
he just missed that part.
So he's aware of the rape, the rape allegations, but he was not aware of the drugging part of that.
He's aware of the allegations, but he doesn't know any detail.
Okay.
Becky told Keem details in private that Richie obviously wouldn't know the details of, not do it.
Yeah, if he didn't do it. So okay, so that makes more sense. Then the final one there is he says that he wouldn't know the date, but he claims Keemstar doesn't know either. But Keemstar stated that Becky told him directly that it happened on New Year's Eve.
Keemstar leaked the date that this supposedly happened. Becky didn't bring up the date. I think Becky would have preferred Keemstar not have brought up the date, because then it's going to scrutinize the day a little bit more. What happened that day, when it had happened. Becky would rather it be vague.
So a lot of it does seem to favor, at least what I'm hearing and seeing, it does seem to favor Richie a lot more than it does Becky.
By the way, later in the stream, we don't have this part on here, but later in the stream, Keemstar does come in and
your mic cut off. Keemstar comes in and does what?
He asks Richie to leave the Discord, even though he said he wasn't going to do that all day.
Interesting.
That happens later on in part of the clip that we don't see. Also, I don't know if this is in the clip or not, but someone brings up the lie detector thing, and Richie really is down to do it. And then, of course, Lolcow never brings up the lie detector again.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
I think Richie, if Richie's smart, wants to do the lie detector test, fan that's willing to pay $1,000, if the show's not going to take his money, then this other person that was willing to help him with the lie detector test, he should go ahead and do it and put out the video that whether he told the truth or not. I'm sure Misunderstood would love to post the video. Hell, we would too.
Oh fuck! If he wants to work with us, I'll be more than happy to help him with this and doing it. Hell,
we get the lie detector. We could show it on Lolcow Cloud Chasers. Hey, you took a lie detector test. So if there's a way to help out with that, we'd love to also.
If I can, I probably could reach out to some people. I might even bring in a psychiatrist that I know that handles a lot of cases like this. Ask her to come in, ask him the questions.
But think about the fan that wanted to pay the $1,000 to the show to get the lie detector.
Oh yeah, if they come here,
$1,000 from that fan, and we would do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bring in. Do what we can to help him bring in somebody, get him set up to take the lie detector test, because he shouldn't be.
So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if Richie Dubs even has kind of channel, if a way to contact him, whatever. What's going to come up of this? I hope it just doesn't totally disappear.
Yeah,
I would like to see a resolution to all this.
I would too, but who knows if we're going to get that. Well, let's let him continue his side of the story.
Yeah, no, I know you. I know you're big in the community. I know all that. I'm just. These are questions I want to hear answers from.
She suggested that I leave about 10 minutes before she made the allegation up. She actually texted me after Queens ended, and I told her, "Why are you texting me? You just spent like 90 minutes talking shit about me. You're gross. You smell bad. Your house is disgusting. I don't want anything else to do with you, and I'm blocking you." And then so she started tagging me in the server after I texted her that back and blocked her. And when I didn't reply to her in the server, that's when the allegation.
Yeah, right there, literally right there. Scott Dude, 814. Well, Scott, dude, if you happen to see her, I'm gonna go full screen again real quick for this.
So it was like a 10-minute window.
I'm going full screen real quick for this one. Scott, dude, if you happen to see this video, please contact the email link to this YouTube channel. I will be more than happy to help work with you to find Richie, talk to him, and get something set up like that, because I would love to see that done, because I think there needs to be a resolution to this story. This story needs to be resolved one way or another.
Scott Dude's idea is so fucking good. Like, that is the way to resolve this. If there is never going to be a police report and there is never going to be any charges filed, anything, then to clear somebody's name or to figure out if they probably did it, we need lie detector tests done, and I'm almost certain Becky isn't going to take one, and Local's not paying for it or getting it set up at all anyway, and they would like to sweep this under the rug now. But if Richie wants to take a test, that would be the way to do it. So I think Scott Dude's idea is excellent.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%. Anyhow,
we'd love to take your $1,000.
Oh yeah, I would love to fucking take his $1,000. I would gladly take his $1,000. No doubt fucking about that one. All right, real quick, I'm gonna make a slight adjustment to my audio. We got a little time delay. There we go. Problem solved. Problem staying solved. Rangers lead the way. Anyhow, let's go ahead and continue. Or maybe not. Oh, you gotta click on the thing. You know, you'd think for someone that's used OBS a lot, he would know how to work the damn thing, but apparently not. Feel free to felt me in the chat for that one. But let's continue.
15-minute tops between I blocked her and when she made that allegation up.
So, Richie, we got people offering to pay big money to cover travel expenses to have you or Becky take a lie detector test.
I would absolutely I would 100% take a polygraph test, especially if it was at no cost to me. I will go tomorrow.
Yeah, we have literally people willing to back this financially. So
well, if you guys make it happen, I will 100% take a polygraph test. I'll take 2 of the motherfuckers because I didn't do anything.
Okay. Well, we have that on record.
Well, tell them to contact me. Let's make it happen. I'd be more than happy to do it.
This is what Billy was talking about. This is her.
Now, my problem with Xylee right there was, why did she cut that off? She should have kept pressing that, because that was a good thing to have talked about for at least a hot minute.
It gets. You won't see it on the. You won't see it on this part of the clip that we're watching, but I do want to bring up this part. Keemstar did come on later, and they talked about the lie detector test. And he seemed like he was unenthused about it.
Of course he is, because he knows.
Why would you be unenthused about it? You're sweeping. They're sweeping, and Xylee's sweeping for Becky too. Really, the fridge is actually like, yeah, man, let's do it. Xylee's already starting the sweeping.
I'm really starting to go to Richie's side. I really am. Like, cause there's so much inconsistencies that are really favoring towards him, even though he definitely made quite a few mistakes, in my opinion. Well, the biggest one, not getting the fuck out of there when shit hit the fan, and drinking's my other problem. He should, if he was in a, because real quick, in my opinion, if you're in a horrible relationship like that, you should not be drinking. Do not drink. That is a bad idea. That's going to put you in a horrible situation, and it put him in a horrible situation.
I feel like all these criticisms, but I just all feel like they're like on the compared to what Becky's done.
I know they're small potatoes to you, but to me, it's things that I know and learned, and for someone like him who's been in multiple relationships, I would have expected him to have that level of knowledge.
Maybe, but I mean, if he's just kicking back, maybe that's his normal routine. Like, I don't know. I feel like I feel like I don't really want to just drag on everybody's. That's why I really haven't like gotten on to Becky too much about the condition else, because to me, I think everything else is just a giant distraction from what the real issue is that everybody's sweeping under the rug, which is, hey, Becky, did you lie about Richie raping you? We got a lie detector test that can figure it out. And that should be the focus, and it's not. That's
Yeah, and that is a big problem. I'm just stating what I'm seeing. And that's why I made the statement I'm leaning towards him telling the truth rather than Becky in this particular case. Unless I am proven fucking absolutely wrong.
He also looked really eager to take the test.
Yeah, he sounded pretty damn eager to take it.
Eager. Becky not eager. Becky never brought up the test. The next show, she never brought it up. Keemstar never brought. No one's eager to take this test but Richie and the Great Scott guy who wants to do the test and us. Everybody else wants to not do the test, or they don't want to mention the test.
Billy the Fridge being the other one.
Guilt.
Yeah, that's a sign of somebody's covering up. There's a cover up happening. But let's go ahead and finish his testimony.
So I got this pulled up right here. It says, Richie says, why are we talking about the R word now?
Oh, I can go into that really quick. So like the conversation is just normal. It's like I told you in that 10-minute window between when I blocked her and when she made the allegation. I told you she was like pinging me, and I was intentionally trying to not escalate and ignore her. And then all of a sudden I see that like, the R word is being like 3 or 4 times in the thread. I'm seeing it. And that's why I was like, wait, why are we talking about this out of nowhere all of a sudden? And that was like when she replied to me. And that's how I found out that she was making these lies up. This is you actually in real time are watching me realize that, oh, she's making this lie up right here. That's why we're talking about it.
Yeah, because you were saying you didn't see it all, and I didn't know. But that
I saw a lot of the stuff, but I didn't see anything specific when it was supposed to have happened or what apparently I'm supposed to have slipped her or anything like that.
So, but you did see that, right? So when I asked you earlier about her saying that you drugged her, you said you didn't know anything about it, right? But
I don't know the specific details. I saw the actual allegation, but I don't know what you asked me. What she gave.
Specific details. It's just the way I asked you. You kind of like, well, I don't know anything about any of those accusations.
I know, but you asked me specifically what it was, and I couldn't answer you what she made up in her mind that I gave her.
That's fair. I don't know if I asked that particularly, but if you heard it that way,
you absolutely did. You could go back and watch it. But
I think right here was misunderstanding.
Yeah, there's a clearly misunderstanding. Richie's taking it too literal. He's taking it too literal.
Well, no, when Billy asked Richie, and I think you caught this earlier, when Billy asked Richie about the drugging claims, he wasn't asking it like, did you drug? He was asking it like, did she claim you drugged her? Richie took it as, oh, are you asking me if I drugged her? Do you see what I'm saying?
The way I was thinking it was that he was asking him, was he aware that Becky made the claims that she was drugged? And he took it like,
yes.
He was saying, did you drug Becky?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. It'd be like if somebody, you at Tim's, one's 2 cents is accusing you of women, and your response was, I didn't harass, or I didn't know about that. I don't harass women. Well, the response isn't asking you if you're harassing women. The response is, did you know someone is claiming you? Which you would say, yeah, I know he's saying this, and it is not true.
He's like, yeah, like I am aware that he's accusing me of being a sex offender, and it's obviously not true. Otherwise, it would be public information that I was. So obviously, he's telling a lie.
So that's where the misunderstanding was. But Zaya
doesn't help it at all. She didn't help it.
Xylee being for Becky right now, and Xylee, I don't know if it's because she's another woman or whatever, or because she knows what Keem is wanting, maybe. I don't know. But she's twisting it in a way like, oh, are you covering it up a little bit? Are you lying? Are you twisting? And I think that's disingenuous. It's a simple misunderstanding.
I would say Xylee is an extreme leftist feminist. So she sweeps for a lot of women and hates a lot of men.
Right. So she's looking to be like, even though Becky have had it before, she's looking to believe all women, and because she's claiming this about Richie, automatically believe her. Like that even includes somebody like One's Two Cents, who was against Becky this whole time, and now all of a sudden is instantly jumping to her defense, despite the fact that's in conflict with RTU.
Indeed, it is in total fucking conflict, but what do you expect from a fucking psychopath?
Right. So I'm very curious to see if he would continuing. Very.
I doubt he's gonna make it public, but we will see. Anyhow, let's continue on because I think there's a little bit more to this, if I'm not mistaken.
Up to 35 minutes, I think I put down the.
Yeah, because we're right at the 33-minute mark. Well, 34-minute.
Okay, we'll finish it up and then we'll give our final.
Out based on her accusations, and it felt a little funky, but that could be me. I apologize if that was me. But
no, it's good. I just want to make sure I'm clear here. I don't want to come off looking.
Oh, you
dishonest
like
or anything.
You're the guy right now that needs to be clear and correct about everything, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I have some room to fail here. Mike Xylee has some room to fail here. We all have room to fail here. You are the one that has been accused of something
heinous.
Terrible. Heinous.
Yeah.
And everybody who wants to say you're guilty and everybody who wants to say Becky is a liar, we all have our biases.
Yeah, of course.
And I would hope Becky wouldn't lie about something like this, and I would hope he wouldn't do something like this. So at that
I'm honestly still surprised a little bit that she did lie about it. Honestly, because after the cops left, I went back in to get the shotgun because we didn't need the cops to know about the shotgun or whatever, just to keep things simple. I went back in just real quick to get the shotgun, and I forgot where I was going with this.
Did you get the shotgun from her? She doesn't have it anymore?
Yes, no, I took the shotgun back. She told me she was going to kill me before the cops got there, and she hit me 2 times. So I didn't feel like if she can't control her anger to not like punch me and stuff, like she probably shouldn't have a firearm.
Okay.
Well, yeah, well, we went for the cops, and then that was another thing. She tried to attack me for mentioning that she hit me to the cops because when she was trying to make the cops make me stand outside in the cold or something till I sobered up, I just kind of mentioned, I was like, well, I could tell them about you putting hands on me if you really want to try to go that route. And all of a sudden I'm trying to get her thrown in jail and all this other no. I said I could mention it. Like it's semantics here. But honestly, if you're worried about it, maybe just don't put your fucking hands on anybody. You know, I wasn't worried about going to jail for battery because I didn't put my hands on anybody.
Yeah. Wow. The cops saw her put her hands on you? Is that what?
No, they weren't there yet. And I did mention it, but I didn't ask to file a report. I'm not interested in getting her in trouble.
It never got put in a report. You didn't want.
No. I haven't seen the report. I didn't file any kind of report. She says that I did, and she has a copy of it. I'm not aware of that. They didn't ask me any.
So you did not file a report?
No, absolutely not.
There's been a huge group of people that said if Richie did that to you, Becky, you should have gone to the police. And I think it's fair to say if Becky put her hands on you, you should have gone to the police in that same vein. And then we can't really use either of these at that point to put a mark on somebody else.
I'm not expecting you guys to look at her differently or anything. You know, it's just a side note that she also.
I can't look at her differently. I don't know her. I only know the character she portrays on screen. You know her personally. You showed us very privileged, private information of her behind the scenes life. You know. So I know there's something. I know there's some. Yeah, I think it should be regrettably. Like that's something.
It was absolutely regrettably.
I will chastise you on that one because that's. I think as a man, you're a better man by not trying to hurt the person who you used to be with. That's just my personal opinion. I couldn't live your life, you know. I could never live your life.
It's not my proudest moment, but honestly, when you tell somebody you're going to do something, if they do something and then they do it, it's really hard to not follow through. It's really hard to cuck yourself like that. I was very clear that, listen, if you want to go the route of making this a disgusting public display, I'm going to participate. I'm not going to just sit here and take all of your shit. Yeah. And I sent her the video. She knew exactly what the video contained, and she decided that she wanted to make Last Night's Queens not only about me, but the prelude to a giant, disgusting lie about me.
Richie, got some things to suggest for the future.
Sure thing, buddy.
For the future, like don't date Loghouse, but that's here neither here nor there.
Well, hold on, wait. Keemstar sold me a trad wife. Keemstar watched the fucking stream.
You weren't making enough money. You weren't making enough money to have a.
I don't know if we hit 35 or not, but I think.
Oh, we went over it. We are at 38.
Yeah, I was gonna say I wanted to get the relevant stuff. They kind of joke around for a little bit, and eventually Keemstar comes in. But anyway, what are your thoughts on that last part that we just seen? And then we'll do that.
I found that interesting, and I think Billy the Kid pointed that out, and it's a true statement. If we're going to criticize Becky for not going to the police about the rape, then we have to criticize Richie for not reporting the physical abuse he suffered. That is a fair statement.
See, this is what I knew. I had a feeling this is where we part ways on something, and that was him reporting her hitting him. Well, first of all, okay, maybe you've never been in one of these situations. Has a woman ever hit?
Actually, yes, I have been attacked multiple fucking times.
Was it? Did it actually hurt?
Whether or not if it hurts, it does not matter. The law is broken. You must follow the law.
No. Okay. Look, as someone who's been in these situations, like that situation, I'm thinking like, okay, she smacked at you a few times. There's no visible injuries, and you're a man. It's like telling the police. I mean, you can, but I don't think it's necessary. I don't do that. Now, if it actually was a seriously hurt or something seriously happened, yeah, you should. But I can't equivocate the two. I mean, she slapped him around a few times, maybe. No visible markings. He tried to let her go off of that. You know what I mean? He actually attempted to be the bigger man then. Hey, let's just go our separate ways. Clearly after that, she was bitter about it, pinged him several times in the Discord, and escalated it to the fake rape story. And that's that.
I'm going to say, as far as the abuse thing, I disagree with you because of a little case called Kathleen Knight, Australia's Hannibal Lecter, where she beat all four of her husbands, stabbed him, killed one of them, beheaded him, ripped his balls off, boiled it, sauteed it, and tried to serve it to his children, filleted his fucking skin off of him, and tried to wear it like a suit.
This is different. This is not. Yeah, I'm about to say, this is different. Like, Becky, if Becky could actually hurt Richie, that's one thing. I doubt for a second he was even remotely in pain. Like, her slaps and her physical
the thing is, it's not
probably did nothing.
It's not the slaps that I'm saying. It's the fact that there was a gun in that house and she willingly attacked him. What was stopping her from taking that gun and shooting him? That's my point.
Well, that's why he got the shotgun back,
which was a smart idea. Well, I'm stating I would have had the officers there when I got. Well, the thing is, it doesn't matter his shotgun or not. She could have picked it up and shot him with it, and he would be a fucking dead man now, wouldn't he?
Right, but she's not gonna. I mean, if he's leaving for that, he shouldn't be taking.
My thing is that report abuse when it happens. because it also creates, like Billy pointed out, it creates that paper trail that shows that his story was true and not hers. Because there is no paper trail, it is a legitimate he said, she said situation.
Well, you know what happens if you report, and this is, I swear. First of all, she called the cop, and there's a lot of states where the law is if there's domestic abuse, one of you is going to jail. And even if he brought up, well, she hit me, she says, well, he hit me too, even if he did. Guess who's going to probably go to jail? 99% of the time, a man has to leave, a man has to go to jail. That's why. That's one reason you wouldn't report it, because all of a sudden those few little took that didn't really bother, all of a sudden turns into a night in jail.
Again, depends on the state as well, because I don't know what state those two are living in.
We're talking about liberal ass New York.
In that particular case, well, he's screwed no matter what he does, because that's New York.
Remember, Ben Thorpe in that northeast region of the country. Ben.
You're cutting in and out.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You said Ben Thorpe and it just cut you.
When Ben Thorpe kicked Grace's chair without actually kicking, he was arrested for that, even though she didn't want to press charges, because that's Connecticut for you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's Connecticut.
All those northeast states are like that. And West Coast states, all the liberal states. Even the non-liberal states, conservative states, you know, the man is always the one that gets forced to leave. The man's always goes to jail. The man's always the one that's got to pay child support. You know, there are some benefits to being a woman in this country, just benefits to being a man. It works both ways sometimes.
I was trying to remember the statistics, but it's like 25% of all male victims report, comparatively to a majority 70% for women. It was the last time I looked that up, but that was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I'm just being for real honest with you.
And I'm stating it.
There's no way in fuck I'm reporting it.
I'm stating it from the son of an officer that you report incidences like that.
Right, but I'm coming at you from the streets, and I'm coming from the law itself and what the law says.
I've never fucking reported it. I even had one that once was actually really bad, that hit me really bad or what. I was like pissed off. I never swung back, and then I never reported it either. And I even suffered a concussion because she hit me with objects, and I still didn't report. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do. I'm just saying from my perspective, I know what happened. You report, then they report, and then all of a sudden you're the one in trouble.
Well, if you've got visible,
and the women know that.
If you've got visible injuries and she doesn't, the officers are not going to buy her story.
I get that. I understand. And like I said, I'm just saying, I'm just coming at it. Understand that she didn't report it, especially if he was visibly hurt.
Right. I get where you're coming. I get where you're coming from. I'm just stating from my vantage point, I agree with Billy on the criticism aspect. Again, the interest of fairness.
But the reason I don't agree with Billy Foley is that Becky, you know what I mean? Just because Richie didn't report doesn't mean it lets Becky off the hook for not reporting, because Becky's continually making allegations.
That doesn't let her off the hook. That's not what he means. What he means is that both deserve criticism for the things that they didn't do. And that's the one point where they both equally deserve criticism, is not reporting the whole incident.
But Becky's life won't be ruined
him putting a few slaps or whatever. Richie is going to be ruined because Becky's not reporting. Because if she did report and it did prove that she was lying or something, maybe he could have a Johnny Depp redemption arc. But her just floating out the allegation could ruin Richie's life forever.
More than likely has ruined a good bit of his life anyhow, to be honest with you.
So yeah, I mean, that's everything. That was the cow show.
It was.
You want me to give my final thoughts, and then I'll let you go full screen.
Yeah, you can go ahead and give your final thoughts.
All right. So, ultimately, at the end of the, we try to have fun here on Cow Clout Chasers, and I know today's subject got pretty heavy, but we're more of a Kino Casino style show, clips or whatever. This happened to be an episode where we dealt with a serious subject, and on that serious subject, Becky accused Richie of sexually assaulting her and drugging her up. Now, allegedly, I don't believe these claims. I think, hey, the evidence points to she waited a week. She doesn't want the police. They don't want to talk about it on Lowell County more. She doesn't want to take a lie detector test. Nothing Richie said was contradictory. All the evidence to me points to her lying. And if she's not, then I want her to prove it. And there's ways we can go about trying to prove that. And I would support her trying to prove it and take a lie detector test to prove that it's real. I still urge that she go to the police. And if she's telling the truth, and try to get this taken down. And if she's not telling the truth, shame on her. She needs to come out and admit it and try to make things better so Richie's life isn't ruined if she's lying. Those are my final thoughts.
And for me, as far as my final thoughts are concerned,
Trap Wife has two.
Was it there? My final thoughts on this whole situation. This is the definition of the reason why you don't have an online relationship. It just does not end well. People will take your relationship, they will take the things you say or do, and they will twist it and manipulate it to destroy your life. As far as I stand, you wanted a stance, RJ? I'll give you a stance. From everything I have seen, everything I have heard, if I was a judge in this case, and this is my personal opinion, so don't take this as legal advice or legal facts or any of that nonsense. This is just an opinion. But say if I was a judge going over this trial, and this was everything that was brought to me, I would rule that I don't have a gavel. Fuck. Well, this is close enough. If I was the judge in his case, I would rule not guilty. I would find him not guilty. Because there's not enough evidence, there's not enough circumstantial evidence to pin him to that crime.
And so help me God, if he is guilty, fuck it.
Like me and RJ said, we will donate. And I will donate directly to you. And we will both make apology videos, not only on this channel, but on our personal channels, apologizing to you, Becky.
And I fucking hate apology videos, but that's how
I am betting, just like RJ is, I am betting that he is innocent. And that's exactly where I stand. And... well, RJ, you got any other things you want to say before I close this stream out?
I just want to say thank you to the viewers for sticking around. I appreciate it. I know streams being around 2 hours. Sometimes we just go long, and that's, we don't really have a set time of it. Just really appreciate all the support of the new channel. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, and with that, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Until next time, this is AJ Tims of the Den of Tims, and
My hard tipples.
my fucking tipples. That's great. From
RJ Game News USA signing out.
Local Clout Chasers. Good night, everybody.
Going to steal your clout, don't care about women tonight. Going to steal your clout, don't care about women tonight. Going to steal your clout, going to steal your clout. I'm going to milk you tonight, milk you for those laws. I'm going to milk you tonight, going to steal those laws. Run all the way to the bank with your clout tonight. Going to milk your clout, run to steal your clout, don't care about women tonight. Going to steal your clout, don't care about women tonight. Going to steal your clout, going to steal your clout. I'm going to milk you tonight, milk you for those laws. I'm going to milk you tonight.
My temple!
Those laws, run all the way to the bank with your clout.
Good Lord, man.